It looks
muscles.
a little bit like you're going to go out on the night on the town.
No, this is good professional.
I agree.
Thanasis said, "Oh, you got a nice shirt today. You were professional."
Oh,
I said,
Thanasis,
that's my
cool.
homie. I told
Thanasis
y'all.
Antetokounmpo roaming around the offices of ESPN Milwaukee today.
Cool.
I think he's trying to act like he's boys with
No,
Kyle.
that's my guy.
Oh
For
yeah,
real.
is it?
No,
yeah.
I will attest. I'll actually take Kyle's side on this one. I walked through the hallway a few different times in like a 20-minute span, and they were talking the whole time.
Yeah.
Why does he like you? You trashed Giannis.
Well, in the upstairs area, we don't have a lot of brothers.
Yeah, well, actually, that was a conversation that we did have, So he was talking, we were just chopping it up. And I didn't trash his brother.
Wait, hold on. Is that actually a conversation you had?
Yeah. He did notice that upstairs was a little bit lighter than when he came downstairs. Because downstairs we have definitely a diverse pool of people that work,
Including me.
including Alex Strofe.
800-990-3776 is the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. We normally would do this at 3:15, but Rob Domofsky of ESPN has moved up in our planning of the show to 2:15. So we're going to pull a whoopsie-woo and a whoop-de-doo and change up here. Did not do a good job of doing that. So when I suck, I turn it over to our other hosts who don't suck. Except this sometimes does suck. Brad Nortman, let's hear you out on a Wednesday at 2 o'clock.
They say punters are people too.
Punters are worthy of breaking news.
No, really, that's what they say.
Raising awareness everywhere that punters are people too.
Okay, let's go to it. Time to hear from the punter. Time to hear Brad out.
All right, guys. You know I'm a little bit of a cold streak when it comes to hear Brad out. Okay?
This is like the Lithuanian drought for me.
Wow. I still feel good about all of my children, a.k.a. my Hear Brad outs. I still think they're excellent. But I pulled in the reliever on this one. I pulled in the ace. I wanted to make sure I got unanimous yeses on
Better
this
not
one.
be Devin Williams in the ninth.
This is a good. No. We're not doing that. It's already too soon. This is one I think we're going to have some faith and some believe in. And guys, we're changing rules in the NFL. We're going to have a rule change that everyone's going to love. You ready for it? I call it kicker shootout. Kicker shootout. No, hold on.
I'm not going to lie.
Hold on.
I love the name.
Now, hold on. You're not going to think it's as bad as you think. It's pretty great. Guys, some of the most electric moments of soccer and hockey is the shootout, right? Soccer shootout, NHL shootout. There's a moment that the NFL has that we all are left a little bit like frustrated with. It's a regular season tie. A regular season tie is something where both fans are like, this is lame. We've done our one quarter of overtime. We can't do another quarter of overtime because the guys are exhausted. They play again in a week. Someone's going to get hurt, and they just end the game. Now, I'm not just going to say we change postseason rules. Let the boys keep playing. But in a regular season, 9 of the last 12 seasons, there's been at least one tie. I suggest we change how the game ends. The game goes, tied at the end of the game. You play your overtime as you normally do. But if after the one overtime period in the regular season, if it's still tied, we go to kicker shootout. Kicker shootout is each kicker alternates starting at the 40. They can pick whatever hash or middle of the field they want to go in. You have the rush, you have the full operation, and you go kick for kick back 5 yards at a time on whoever makes it or misses it first, and that will decide who the winner is after that long. I think it would be absolutely electric. There would be no such thing as ties. There would be a winner. Imagine these guys kicking at like 65, 70 yards in this kicker shootout. Nobody has to keep on playing, so player safety is checked. You're going to do away with ties, which are incredibly unfulfilling and frustrating as a fan, as a team, and it's wildly entertaining. Kicker shootout for regular season overtimes after that one overtime period is exhausted. No more ties, player safety, and we have a wildly fun, entertaining end to a game. Again, not postseason, regular season. And it happens more than you think. Now, guys, did I cook or did I cook? Kicker shootout, baby.
Kyle, you're always first.
You put it in the microwave. That's what it is.
I heat it up though. It tastes a little better.
You got a conversation going where there should be a resolution and a solution, but the solution is not allowing for a game that two teams have played 70 minutes because you're in overtime now.
Oh yeah,
70 minutes, like hard working all this time and effort into this game for it to come down to somebody who was sitting on the sideline for most of the game eating sunflower seeds and not paying attention to what's going on in the game to have them lose this football game on that. All right, so I see where you're trying to go here, but it's a little self-serving by trying to make specialists more important than what they really are, right? Because, in college football, they have a way that after, I think, the second or third overtime, they just do 2-point tries, right? I know you said player safety, boo-hoo, yeah, whatever, Brad. But player safety is not something that you're very concerned about because you probably voted yes in order to have more football games. You would have had the opportunity.
Of course.
For more pay, more money, right?
Of course.
And so I think you should maybe talk about taking the college football model and going from the 2 after a certain amount of time. But kicking field goals, no. You should have to earn a field goal. That's the only time a field goal kicker should run on the field is when you earned it by having the opportunity to get within your 50 where you try to kick a field goal. Other than that, I am not losing a football game because Narv Dog or Narv Pup can't hit a 48-yard field goal. Not happening.
Hit the Sounders. Banger,
Yes, sir,
banger.
Lie.
Banger.
Kyle, the way this happens in the NFL, it already happens. How many games come down to a kicker deciding the fate of an NFL team? Whether it's in the game for a 30-yard field goal if you can't score in the red zone, or before the end of the half, or to end the game, you win the game with a kick. The kicker's already valuable for winning and losing games, so why not extend it into the kicker shootout? It's amazing.
That's
I
stupid.
love this.
That is so stupid.
The position players, quote unquote, have already had 70 minutes to
They
close
didn't
out
get
the
it
game.
done.
You didn't get it done.
They're
all tired. Let's bring in the kickers for a wildly entertaining kicker shootout.
what would be
I'm
more
all
interesting?
in.
Yes, Ben.
You think like for soccer players, right?
No. Soccer players. What are the soccer players? The 11 players on the football field, or excuse me, the football pitch, as they would say. What do they actually do during the game? They're actually on the field the majority of the game unless they got subbed out. They're contributing in a more significant way than, again, Brad.
There's more shots on goals in a penalty shootout than there are in games most of the time.
That's fine, but goalkeepers put in more work than punchers and kickers, and this is no shot at specialists. Brad did the right thing. Brad said, you know what? I don't want to get my head beat in. Let me just go ahead and punt this ball and make more money than a lot of guys and have more longevity than a lot of guys in the NFL. So you were smart. This is no knock on that. I'm jealous of you, but this is a stupid idea. Let the game be in the quarterback's hand, the running back's hand, the receiver's hand, not the field goal kicker's hand.
But it already had been at that point.
No, because
they've emptied the tank. Let the kickers do it.
No, emptied the tank, but the point is let them finish out the tank. Let them actually go whether or not it's doing like the college football way from the 2-yard line and doing it. I would rather have that than having the kickoff. The kickoff is entertaining. Don't get it twisted. It would be very entertaining to see guys go kick for kick, but I'd rather see that in practice, not with the fate of going to a Super Bowl or a Super Bowl title.
It's regular season.
Let's go to our producer, Alex Strofe, as the... I don't want to say the tiebreaker
We
here.
got Rob Domofsky's vote.
Because Rob Domofsky does matter. Brad is 1 for 3 on his Here Brad Outs with Rob Domofsky. Strofe, what's your opinion?
That's a different scale. This scale is the 4 of us.
Okay.
So I do view myself as the deciding vote. I have an issue with this.
Of course you do.
Okay.
I love it so much, I don't want to wait until the end of overtime.
Oh. You up in the ante.
I love the idea so much that I think prior to like week 14, we don't need overtime.
No, you're taking it too far. You're taking it too far.
It's super decisive at the end of the season.
That's too far.
Really?
That's too far.
Kickers deciding games like this.
The players couldn't decide it in 70 minutes, and like we've already discussed, kickers decide a lot to do with football games. So why,
Because you get in field goal position and you allow them to kick it. Don't just give them the chance to kick the ball. I'm not losing because of my kicker. I want to lose on the arm of love, not on the leg.
So if you had Harrison Butker or Brandon Aubrey or some of the best kickers in the NFL, how would you feel about this?
Listen, that's cool and all, but I want to lose on the arm of my quarterback. I'd be damned if I lose a football game because of my kicker. It's not happening. This is a bad
you win
idea.
and lose games on the kicker all the time,
But
and this just makes it a
field goal
showcase.
position. You don't just say, "Here you go, kicker." We just work. We tried for 70 minutes. We couldn't get it, so just let the kicker finish it out. Go ahead.
You're telling me you wouldn't want, especially how good these guys are, going back 65 yards, 75
It would be
yards.
electric.
It would be
I would rather see
electric.
Pat Mahomes go back and forth with Joe Burrow or with with Jordan Love.
The issue I have is it's such a good idea, but games don't tie that often.
That's why it's a good idea.
Times since 2017.
That's why it's a great idea, because you're not always relying upon the kicker shootout. It's in
we'd be
small
lucky
scenarios.
to see this once every 2 years.
And imagine the must-watch TV it would be.
100%. That's why I want.
And so you want it more often.
I want it more often. I like this idea. Because the specialists have the least consequential. Well, obviously it can be consequential, but they play the least, right? The 60 minutes of football you're playing in regulation are mostly offense and defense.
Yeah. So why don't we put it in the hands of guys who don't do anything for the most part?
Because they had the most amount of time to already finish it out.
Player safety?
You're tired at the end of the game.
They don't care about player safety, Alex.
Alex.
That does sound weird.
Alex? Who's Alex? Strofer, Mr. Irrelevant.
I think KBN, the KBN Mind Trust, that's a win right there.
800-990-3776. What do you think of this here, Brad, out of the kicker shootout? If it's tied at the end of regulation, you start at the 40, regular field goals, you both make, you go back to the 45.
Sir.
You both make, you go back to the 50. One misses, the other has a chance to end the game. And then if they both miss, do they stay at the 50?
Stay at the 50. Keep going until you have a resolution at that amount.
What's
sounds
Rob
exciting.
Domofsky of ESPN going to think? I know what Kyle thinks. I like it. Strofe likes it. Brad likes it. It's 3v1 right now. We'll see what Rob Domofsky of ESPN, who got his Twitter account back. Rob joins us next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
He was the lead in the girls softball movie, the Bernstein Bears. What's it called?
800
What? Tom Hanks, that movie. There's no crime in baseball. What was it?
that was a league of their own.
Not Bad News Bears.
The Bernstein Bears, like the book.
Bernstein Bears. Bro, you're done.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. It doesn't matter if it's your first betting slip ever or just the first one of the week. We've got your Potawatomi sportsbook picks covered. Tune in Wednesdays to the Weekly Wager with Greg Matzik, Ben Brust, and Jen Latta.
If someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything, you take it.
The Weekly Wager, Wednesday nights at 6, right here on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Kyle Wallace. Right now at Universal Windows Direct, get 0% financing for 60 months, restrictions apply. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to uwd.com to schedule your free in-home estimate.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Awarded Best of Weddings 2023 by The Knot, The Bog is much more than world-class golf. Our clubhouse ballroom offers floor-to-ceiling windows and a breathtaking full-wall fireplace. Our barn venue was inspired by the on-site barn at Hole 6, built in the 1800s. 2 outdoor ceremony sites and a variety of personalized options. Our venues are perfect for family get-togethers, weddings, showers, graduation parties, or any event you are hosting. Call The Bog at 262-292-0740 or visit thebarnofthebog.com.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
There's a good chance you're on a budget. We all are. But she wants a diamond. You know it. I know it. And Robert Hack Diamonds knows it too, because they offer a huge collection of lab-grown diamonds, and they sell them at crazy prices. How about 2-carat total weight diamond studs for $8.95? Robert Hack Diamonds can get any size, shape, or clarity in natural or lab-grown diamonds. Don't buy until you call Robert Hack Diamonds. $8.95 for a 2-carat pair of diamond studs. Oh, baby! Robert Hack Diamonds Diamonds in Greenfield and in Brookfield. Why overspend when you can save at Robert Hack Diamonds for the same diamond you're looking for? Some jewelers are charging nearly $5,000 for a lab-grown diamond. Not Robert Hack. Your visit will be worth it, and she'll think so too. Robert Hack also offers repair services in cash for your old gold. But remember, before you do anything, as I did, RobertHackDiamonds.com, and visit them in Brookfield or in Greenfield.
You know, I couldn't stop talking about it to my family and friends. My knees are my trouble spot. But for me to tell them now that I'm doing so much better, they were amazed, and I've been amazed.
QC Kinetics Cellular Therapies. Yes, it is amazing how these non-surgical treatments deliver joint pain relief for patients like Dr. Eric Williams, a successful chiropractor.
Each week, I just started noticing that I could sleep and not have pain. I could play pickleball. I could do a CrossFit exercise routine.
QC Kinetics revitalizes your joints so you can move again without the pain pills or invasive surgery.
You know, I'm 60 years old and I want to stay competitive as long as I can. And QC has allowed me to do that. They did me right and really made a difference in my life.
Book your free consultation with QC Kinetics today and experience the difference for yourself.
I like to go, move.
QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Excited to be joined at a different time than normal, but a good time. Rob Demovsky, welcome into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Hey, Ben, how are you?
I'm good. Did you listen to the first segment, or are you coming in blind to... we moved up Hear Brad Out specifically for you.
Well, I appreciate that, and I had to move things because Matt LaFleur switched up the schedule on us, and they're practicing an hour later than usual. So, no, I did not hear it. I just came from practice a little bit ago. Now we're at the point where we get kicked out and we wait for locker room to open at 3 o'clock. So I'm coming in completely blind.
Well, I love it, but no bias. Brad, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, this was pretty well received here in KBN, Rob. But here, let me just. I needed
decently
a win.
received.
Yeah, Kyle wasn't really for it, but I needed a win, so I went into the coffers and I pulled out my best ace pitcher on this one. Okay, you ready?
Okay, yeah, I'm ready, Brad.
I'm gonna call it the kicker shootout. Okay, Rob. So this is gonna be a change in the NFL rules. You know, we get at least one tie on 9 of the last 12 seasons. And soccer penalty kicks, hockey shootouts, some of the most thrilling and electric moments in sports. So I propose that when a regular season game, not postseason, a regular season game goes into overtime, they do the 10-minute overtime period, and there's still no winner. That overtime period ends in a tie.
Kicker shootout!
The kicker shootout, baby. The game doesn't end in a tie, but instead the kicker shootout occurs. What happens is you take out the regular field goal block and field goal team. Each kicker starts with a 40-yard field goal. They can pick whatever hash they want. And they go like 1 for 1, 40 yards. They both make it. Then 45. They keep on backing up 5 yards at a time until somebody misses and the other makes it. Basically, the benefit is player safety. Player safety is good to go because these guys are tired after overtime. They're protected. There's no more ties, right? Because someone's going to win out of this. And this is just an absolutely electric, wildly entertaining kicker shootout to do after overtime games in the regular season. What do you say, Rob?
He's so confident right now. I wish you could see his face, Rob.
I feel good. I think I cooked, didn't I, Rob?
I'll give you my answer, but first I'm going to give you the answer I think that NFL head coaches would give, and I would think they would say no freaking way. They let
drop
go
the
on
R
to the kicker.
and add some U's and some C's.
But I would watch that. I would pay for that. I would definitely watch that. Here's the one thing though, like in hockey, don't you get like a point for the tie going in? Like if you go to overtime,
that is a good point, Rob. I was thinking about that. Right? If you make it to overtime, you get a point already.
Yeah, there's no way to do that, unfortunately, in the NFL. But I say, who cares? Go for it. I would love there to be a way to have it like maybe it could be like if maybe it's still a tie. I'm tweaking this a little bit. Maybe it still counts as a tie. But if it came down to a playoff seeding or tiebreaker and you won the game in the kickoff, then maybe it counted as a win in the tiebreaker scenario. Is that like? Is that
Here's the thing, though.
You're never going to get.
I like you adding
ties. I hate ties.
I like him adding to hear Brad out, but the one thing I want to keep reiterating is there's not many games that end up as a tie.
That's true too.
That's why I'm fine with this idea because it's not as frequent as we make it feel talking about it.
I mean, imagine cutting to red zone when this happens once every other year. All eyes would be on the kicker shootout, baby.
That would be great. I would be all for that. Yep, I'm with it.
So is this a win from Rob Domofsky?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's go,
Rob. I'm disappointed in you.
Are we back at 2-2?
No.
Are we back at even now?
I think he's 2-3.
2-3. So I'm going to pull out another fastball next week.
All right, so we're the New York Jets then. We're 2-3.
Yes, we are.
And
yes, we are.
Be on the lookout because someone might get fired. Rob Domofsky joining Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. You say you left practice. I saw you tweet out on your Twitter X account that was reactivated.
Let's go.
You paid the ransom.
Our old guy clicked on my link that I sent him in the DM. I got his credit card info, his social security number, his pension, all of that. I
hope
got it
you
all.
Took your wife out for a nice dinner.
It's in the baby girl's college fund. Thank you, Rob.
Okay.
Now that being said, Romeo Doubs was the talk of the end of the week, even heading into the game. He was back at practice today. We will be talking about how we feel about the wide receiver room. Yeah. Do you think this could be detrimental in terms of the trust that Jordan Love has with Romeo Doubs and the team overall? Like, what's the vibe?
I think it all depends on how he's received in the locker room. Look, Romeo, we're going to talk to Romeo this afternoon, and I guarantee you he's going to say, it's all behind us. I apologize. Matt LaFleur and I had a good conversation, and that's all well and good. But it's how do the guys in the locker room react to it, specifically the quarterback. And look, I don't think Jordan Love's at the point of his career where he's holding grudges. Like if this was Aaron Rodgers in year 13 or 14 and this happened, I could see Rodgers saying, you know what, forget him. I'm not throwing at him. But I don't think that's going to happen here. I really don't. Romeo's still a guy who I really believe that he may not be the big play receiver. He may not be the most talented guy, but I still think if it's 3rd and 6 and you have to get 7 yards on a slant for a first down, I think that the ball's going to Romeo Doubs. I really do. I mean, that's what we've seen. And I got to be honest with you, Ben, I don't understand where his problem is with it. I really don't. Like, I mean, you played 4 games. 2 of them were with, I'm sure you guys have talked about this at length, but you played 2 games with Malik Willis where it was not a passing game plan. And this game, Christian Watson was going to be out, so you were going to get your touches. I think it was a really odd stance at a really weird time from him. I don't know who's advising him, but I would say it's bad advice.
Well, one thing I thought about when this happened was how would this be if I was in the locker room thinking about my time with the Panthers or the Jags? And a lot of it would depend on how like Romeo's relationship is with the other guys in the locker room. If he's cool with everybody, then I think they would be more willing to bring him back. But if he was already aloof or different, it'd be like, wow, this is I don't know what to make of this. And so describe who Romeo is in the Packer locker room. And isn't he pretty tight with Jordan Love?
Yeah, very much so. He's part of the group that goes out to California and runs routes and throws and catches with Jordan in the offseason. Romeo's done that not just this offseason. I believe he did it previous offseason as well, going into Jordan's first year as a starter. He's a very, very quiet guy around us. I believe he's got a family. I believe he has at least one kid. I know I remember seeing him and with a family unit at a store once this offseason. And I mean, he's a very quiet kind of guy. I don't think he's necessarily maybe, partying it up. And I don't know, I'm so out of touch with where these guys go. When I first got here, I used to go to the same places that, Favre and Chewy and all those guys would go to, just because there weren't that many places for 26-year-old people to go. But I don't know what they do necessarily now. But I don't know that he's a big, party guy or nightlife guy. But the thing that he is, and at least we thought he was a guy who never put himself ahead of the team. I mean, there was the quote from training camp where he said, if I'm worried about my own personal stats, then I'm not helping the team. I'm paraphrasing that a little bit, but it was in my story from the suspension. But like that, so that's why this thing came completely out of nowhere, because it's exactly the opposite of what he said. Like, there's some guys who aren't going to say that, because they really don't think that way. But he said it. Like, why would he have such a change in course so recently after that quote in the end of training camp, when we were all asking about, well, who's the number one receiver, and they all said it doesn't matter. Well, apparently it must have mattered to him, and I'm curious to see how he'll explain that today.
Yeah, Rob Domofsky of ESPN joining Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Look, this is on his resume now. I mean, no matter what the reasoning is, and
100%.
someone had to go check on him. He had the quote that you just mentioned. None of it adds up, and this will go into consideration in his next contract unless the production just goes out of the roof and he becomes somebody that is right there with Jaden Reed in terms of impactfulness on the field. So that will be seen. I just thought that was really insightful that you brought up that quote, because that stuck with me as hey, this is a team guy and he's doing everything the opposite way. It doesn't make any sense. I can't wait for the tell-all one day.
Yeah, just thinking about it overall, like with Romeo Doubs and what we expected of him, and I think he's a really good dude. I mean, he's quiet, and he just had a moment where I really feel like a lot of pressure got to him. But that betrayal that I think Jordan Love may feel, in the sense of you really betrayed your team by not showing up for your team, especially if my homeboy decided not to show up to work and left me out to the dry knowing that, another great receiver is gone, that'll cause some friction. So I'm curious to see what happens in the end with that.
You know what, Kyle? You make a really good point. The one thing I'll counter with is they won the game. Like, had they lost the game and the passing game had not been, very productive and was a reason, I think it plays worse with the quarterback and the other guys. But I think the fact that they came out of there, with a win makes it maybe softens it a little bit. Or on the flip side, it could say, you know what?
He hurt himself. Jaden Reed shined again.
Yeah, right. And the interesting thing, too, Ben, is that at some point this offseason or next, this group of four, we'll call the big four receivers, Reed, Doubs, Watson, and Wicks, at some point in the next year, someone's going to get a contract. Maybe two guys are going to get a contract. But there's no way all four of those guys get re-signed at a premium type of receiver level. So, I remember Jason Vrabel, the former receivers coach, who's now the passing game coordinator, saying in training camp when we asked him about, who's the number one receiver, do you have one? He said the next contracts, that will determine who the number one receiver is. So, that's going to be really interesting to see how that all plays out.
We've talked about this at length as Rob Domofsky of ESPN's with Kyle Brust and Nortman. Rashawn Gary, man. I mean, we've talked with Balaga, we've talked with Tausch. Obviously, you're a reporter, but you've been around this team. You've seen him be productive. He was productive enough off an ACL injury in his first year to have bulk sack games that got him a contract. At the time, it was a top 5 edge rushing contract, top 8 still. What would you do to go about getting him going if you have an answer?
Yeah, I probably would move him around a little bit. Maybe try rushing them from the inside. The first couple games there was, and I think maybe it was the Tennessee game. They actually used all four of the quote edge guys as the front four in passing. It was Gary, Preston Smith, Enigbare, and Lucas Van Ness. That was the defensive line. There was no Kenny Clark, no T.J. Slayton, none of the Devontae
Carl or Devontae.
Yeah, right. It was all their defensive line was 4 edge rushers in certain packages. Maybe they need to go back to more of that. I mean, remember when they would bring up probably a bad times or whatever with Zadarius Smith because it didn't end well, but there were times where they would put Zadarius inside in passing situations and move him around a little bit, and maybe they need to do that with Rashawn. Maybe that's the way to get him going. Certainly blitzing has not been the answer because they're one of the lowest blitz rate teams in the league. It's like under 20% through the first 5 games. So, but yeah, I would agree. It's something you got to try something.
Rob, Xavier McKinney has just been unbelievable. I mean, 1 pick in each of the games to start the season. It's incredible. Yeah. And I just wonder, have you had a chance to talk to him, and what is he attributing that to? Because he's already tied his season high for interceptions for a year. I mean, that was already back 4 years ago. So what is he attributing to this next level of success, more success than anyone probably thought when they brought him in, even as a high-priced free agent?
Yeah, I think a couple things to that point, Brad. Like he loves the fact that they're letting him play center field. Like and the amazing thing is like he's not fast. Like from just a pure time standpoint. Like go back and look at his combine time. It's not like it's fine, but it's not like it's not unbelievable for the safety position. But he's so smart. He does his homework so often, and it helps that he's got other guys in the secondary that they can move down near the box. Guys like Javon Bullard and Evan Williams, like that really helps a safety. Ryan Downer, their DB coach, told us, I can't remember if it was last time or 2 times ago that we talked to him, that he gets a text message from McKinney like every Sunday night or Monday, like wanting the film of the next quarterback. Like, where's the film for the next guy? He's ready to dive into it in that regard. And I'm actually working on a story for later in the week about McKinney and just the impact that he's made and sort of where he fits into the great free agent signings. Again, I'm not ready to anoint him after 5 games, but like we're already talking about him in the conversation with a Charles Woodson type of signing or Julius Peppers type of signing. But I actually was texting with a scout from an AFC team earlier today, and he said to me, McKinney is a great value. And I said, well, value? That he's the 4th highest paid safety in the league. How is that great value? He goes, that's great value for the production that they're getting out of him.
Powerful from Rob Demovsky.
Rob, I got to ask you, man, do you believe anything that comes out of Rodgers' mouth when it comes to him saying he had nothing?
No, not at all. No, Kyle, you can see it. We can get that. I don't believe that there's – I mean, I'm sure there's probably a shred of truth in there somewhere, but no, you can't. It's no way. I listened to it today. Yeah, I listened to it today. I listen to it much differently now that I don't have to write off of it, but I did listen to it today, and I had a hard time believing a lot of it.
What's the biggest way you were duped by Rodgers as a reporter?
Oh, man. Wow. Oh, I'd have to think about that one. I don't know.
Wednesday, 3:15, Rob Demovsky joins us, or 3:30 rather, to tell us how he was duped by Aaron Rodgers. Did I give you enough time there to think of one?
I don't know. I'll have to think of it. I don't know.
He got stuff going through his head. He's like, I don't know if I can share that.
Well,
three,
I will,
four.
I will tell you this real quick. I mean, some people probably remember this. Some people probably don't. I don't know if I was duped by Rodgers. I think I might have been kind of duped by Rodgers here. There was I brought up in a story when he was struggling, and I remember it was 2015 or so, reasons why he might be struggling. And I had mentioned in there that there had been, reports about his relationship with Olivia Munn maybe was ending or whatever, and I put in there that sources said that their relationship is not ending and it's not a factor in his struggles. Well, he didn't really enjoy the reference. He came up to me afterwards and said, hey, just leave her out of this if you wouldn't mind. And I said, well, I thought I was doing you a favor by saying, hey, your relationship status isn't up in the air, and that's not a reason that you're struggling. And he just patted me on the back. He's like, yeah, just leave her out of it. Well, 2 days later, she torched me on Twitter. Torched me. She went after me hard. I'm sure if you Google the thing, you can find just my name and her name, and it won't take you long to find it. And so I go back to him in the locker room. I'm like, hey, I thought we were good. Like, I thought we were fine with that. He goes, yeah, we are, but she wasn't. And he just patted me on the back and walked away.
Coming up next on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, we read mean tweets from Olivia Munn about Rob Demovsky on Twitter.
She blasted you. She blasted you. That's what it says. Suggesting she's to blame for Aaron Rodgers' slump.
But I didn't. That's the thing is, I didn't suggest that. That all she saw was her name and a story about why he might be struggling, but she didn't read very close.
Look at that,
Rob. We appreciate the time. Great stuff as always. We look forward to next Wednesday and hearing you across our stations.
Big week, Brad. We get back to 500.
I like it. I'm already locked in.
All right, we'll be seeing you.
That's Rob Demovsky of ESPN. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Man, that's probably one of 100 dupes.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Add it to the roster.
She probably asked Aaron, like, you think I should? It just doesn't sit right with me. She said, get him.
Yeah.
Get him. She's just as crazy as Aaron. Because what happened? They broke up.
Crazy and crazy. Sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. We have a fun thing that we need KBN Nation's help with. Our founder and CEO, Craig Karmazin, you can hear his show Sundays from 10 to noon with Kyle Wallace, our guy producing on Sunday Karma across ESPN Wisconsin. He lost a bet. He has to be at George Webb Diner on Friday for 24 hours? How easy are we going to be on him? How much food does he have to eat to get time reduced from his time in George Webb? We discuss with you and have some ideas. All coming up next on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Oh, no, not Coach Booty. People said yes, good riddance. He didn't do enough.
Not Coach Bud, but Coach Booty.
They call him Booty, Bud? Did
they call him
Coach
Booty?
Bud. You know when I said Booty.
Only his friends call him
when
Booty.
I said
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Join the roar of 18,000 Bucks fans at Fiserv Forum and be a part of the slam dunks, game-changing plays, and electrifying victories live. Witness the edge-of-your-seat action and unforgettable moments as they happen. You don't want to miss this. Grab your calendar, handpick your favorite matchups, and secure your seats for Dame time in Milwaukee and every incredible moment that comes next at Bucks.com/tickets. That's Bucks.com/tickets.
For your fellow fanatics and your number one fans. For your game day compatriots and your everyday companions. For your personal cheerleaders and your personal heroes. For the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. Learn more at deltadentalwi.com today.
How would you like to own a jewelry store?
Kessler's Diamonds is an employee-owned company.
And Kessler's is growing. Are you the kind of person we're looking for?
Does it make you happy to make other people happy?
Are you a problem solver?
Would you like to wake up every morning knowing that you're going to help a lot of people find joy today?
Kessler's Diamonds is people serving people.
Keep in mind that Kessler's is owned by its employees. So let me ask you this. Are you a good enough leader that you can be an owner who leads other owners?
Don't worry, you don't have to know about diamonds. We can teach you about diamonds. But the people we're looking for aren't looking for a job.
Did someone pop into your head just now?
Do you think you might know who we're looking for?
Give that person a call.
Send them an email.
Tell them to walk into Kessler's Diamonds and say to the person who greets them,
I think I want to work here.
Welcome to Kessler's.
A fantastic place to buy jewelry and a wonderful place to work.
For the store nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Want that mirror finish on your car? You need Z-Gloss by Z-Bart. Z-Gloss is a 3-layer ceramic coating that not only gives your car that mirror finish, it protects it from everything that Mother Nature can throw at it. Visit zbart.com for more information.
The Packers escaped L.A. with a 24-19 victory over the Rams, trailing 13-10 in the third quarter. Green Bay used 2 takeaways and 2 touchdowns to go up 11 to take control of the game. Head coach Matt LaFleur proud of how his guys continued to battle.
Anytime you got a quarterback of Matthew Stafford's caliber, you're probably going to be in for a dogfight, and that's exactly what it was today. And I'm happy that our guys showed the resiliency that we need to have, you have to have, in order to go on the road and win.
The 3-2 Packers are back home at Lambeau Field Sunday to take on the 2-3 Arizona Cardinals. Kickoff is at noon.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Catholic Memorial is back under the Friday night lights this week. On Friday, the Crusaders are back at home hosting Tosa East.
At the 10, he's inside the 5, wrestled down across the goal line for the touchdown. Harold Lewis, and it's 16-0 Catholic Memorial.
Crusaders football is presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, R&R Insurance, Home Sealed Exteriors, and D&M Accounting and Consulting Service. Our coverage starts at 6:30 on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Football fans, get ready to elevate your game day experience. Milwaukee Broadhouse downtown has the ultimate package for stress-free fun this football season. With rides starting at $85 per person, hop on the round-trip buses from Milwaukee Broadhouse downtown for every green and gold home game. Enjoy all you can drink on the ride and a private restroom. Want even more? Upgrade your ticket and add on an all-you-can-eat and drink tailgate package for an additional $30. Spots are filling up fast. Book today at MilwaukeeBroadhouse.com. Milwaukee Broadhouse, located on MLK Drive downtown.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
No, don't get stressed, just gon' get figured out. Hold the conversation that headstrong fire.
Playing it fast and loose with the journalism at Rob Domofsky. Your professional skills are lacking. You must be having personal problems at home.
Oh, wow.
That from at Olivia Munn tweeting at Rob Demovsky as Rob just joined us.
Maybe I'm the problem. If Rob was gangster, he would have said, hey, baby. He would have said to his wife, tweet her. Ain't nothing going on wrong over here, honey. I done had the ring for how many years? That's what she should have did.
Strophe
Ain't nothing wrong over here, honey.
She should have did it to him. While your man over there chasing other women.
Savage. Savage.
800-990-3776. If you missed Rob Demovsky, go listen back on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee or at ESPN Madison on YouTube, or go to WisconsinOnDemand.com. I'm fascinated by all of the articles and tweets at Rob Demovsky. He basically said to us, I had asked Rob if at any point, what's the biggest way you've been duped by Aaron Rodgers as a reporter? Rob had described that he wrote an article about why maybe Aaron Rodgers was struggling, and then had suggested that Olivia Munn was not a reason why. And then Rodgers came up to him in the locker room and said, hey, just leave that out. And he goes, we're good? Yeah, we're good. 2 days later, Olivia's tweeting at old Rob, getting after him.
Olivia Munn has probably never even heard, respectfully to Rob, has probably never heard the name of Rob Demovsky, right? She doesn't come off to me as a major sports fan. So this is how you know Rodgers was just orchestrating it behind the scenes. Like, go
damn,
get
he
him.
did dupe him.
He duped him. Aaron Rodgers, and this is so Rodgers.
What's the worst way Rodgers duped you, Kyle, into thinking he could lead you to championships? Multiple, plural?
Yeah, the worst way he duped me was thinking in the end that he could make a playoff run. He played so well, but at the end of the day, he failed us. Whether it was not running, I think it was against the Buccaneers where he had a chance to run or something like that. And late in the game, it just, he just duped me thinking that he actually still had it in the tank, and now he's duping the whole city of New York.
Now, Sean in Beaver Dam, we did have a long discussion with Rob Demovsky about Romeo Dobbs. You're up on Kyle Brust and Nortman, 800-990-3776.
Thank you, guys. Aaron Rodgers, he's turned out to just be a crap show. So, I mean, yeah, he's had his career, whatever. But anyways, I did want to talk about Romeo Dobbs. You guys touched on it later in the program on Monday. And I'm just... The big thing last year was just how unselfish this whole receiving crew was, and it just kind of had this love feeling, no pun intended, but for that whole offense and what was happening and that transformation, and and I kind of wondered in the offseason if they can still be unselfish, but as they creep forward, as you guys talked about and Rob talked about. The contract money's coming and somebody's got to get it, and I just hope that this Romeo Dobbs thing didn't just reek into this locker room and upset this apple cart that really has such potential. But as you guys know, I mean, something like this can really start ripping teams apart,
Yeah, thank you, Sean and Beaver Dam. It's actually a really good point, right? Think about all of the excitement in this past season, heading into this offseason to now where we are now.
It seemed like the Packers were the exception of the rule, which is inevitably pro athletes want to get paid. They want their money. So to be able to have a plethora of young talent that seemingly didn't care about personal stats or getting paid is like a superpower. That's an advantage that no other team has. And now that superpower has become a weakness because they're all under this misconception that they're all for one another, and then actions speak way louder than words, and clearly they're not. So I'm really curious on how this is going to unfold, not only in the receiver room but the offense in general, because this is not a small thing.
Are we going to be force feeding now to keep a personality happy?
I'm afraid we might be.
No, this is a statement, right? You have to make a statement overall as an organization. Say, Romeo, we really appreciate you as a human being. We appreciate you as a football player, and we're standing behind you. But at the end of the day, it's about us handling our business, and eventually you'll have to handle your business. You're going to get paid one day. How much you get paid, yes, it will be based off performance, but it will be based also about your attitude as well. And so for the Green Bay Packers, if the Packers win and Romeo Dobbs has 60 catches this year, Romeo Dobbs is still going to be part of a winning football team, right? If you're losing and you're a losing football team, you get 60 catches, people look at you differently. But then on top of that, the Green Bay Packers right now, they need to focus on winning championships, right? They need to focus on being great. And if they allow for Romeo Doubs to change the way that they're running their offense, and then they start losing, it won't just be Romeo Doubs that will be upset. You'll have an upset Jaden Reed if he starts getting less targets. You'll have an upset Christian Watson, who, you know his family's definitely in his ear as well. You may have a Tay Wicks who may get frustrated. Winning can cure all.
Winning does cure all, and there's something that cures Brad that he's wearing right now.
Oh, that's right. I mean, I'm wearing right now, if you're going to go to our ESPN Milwaukee YouTube stream, you're going to see me wearing my carbless quarter zip. Even Ben Brust paid me a huge compliment. That looks like a classic bonfire type of quarter zip. I mean, or was that Alex Strope that said that?
Why do you need the credit?
Somebody said it. And I couldn't believe more. You know what pairs great with this quarter zip, a carbless, at a bonfire? It's an actual carbless in my hand. I'm all throughout the fall, no matter what the occasion, around a bonfire, I'm watching my alma mater, the green and gold. I'm watching baseball playoffs. It's always a reason to pair that with a carbless. And a carbless has everything I am looking for when it comes to a tasty, ready-to-drink cocktail. There's flavors for everybody. The classic cocktails like margarita and Moscow Mule feels like the bartender made it right there in front of you. Not only to mention the fruit flavors like cranberry and black raspberry, man, those two are perfect ones if you've never tried carbless before to give that a shot. And of course, the margarita 4-pack is unbelievable, but it goes beyond that. I mean, it's a guilt-free experience drinking carbless. No carbs, no sugar, gluten-free, less carbonation leading to less bloat. I just feel so good and guilt-free when I drink my carbless. I'm able to have a good time and not detonate all the other things in life I'm trying to do from a nutritional standpoint to be able to live life a little bit and have a good time. If you have not tried carbless, this fall, watching football, baseball, around the bonfire, it's the perfect opportunity to finally try carbless. If you already tried it, then you already know. You know that less is more. Try carbless and enjoy the beautiful flavors that it gives you, baby.
More Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Milwaukee County, you need to shovel the pathway to the lake, okay? I had to step through snow in order to get to the lake.
I think Kyle's the Karen of the show.
I think
he's high maintenance, for sure.
I think Kyle pays taxes in the county of Milwaukee that just went up, so I expect for this stuff to be piled.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Alex Strope. The Green and Gold got a win last weekend, looking to make it 2 in a row. Sunday at Lambeau Field against Arizona. Join me and Super Bowl champion Jared Bush beginning at 9 a.m. It's Green Bay Game Day, live from Green Bay, getting you ready ahead of kickoff.
Green Bay Game Day, presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Sunday morning starting at 9, right here on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
It's bird bashing season when you swoop into Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to a wicked 50 grand cash in the Bird Bash Game Show. Just play with your rewards card all October for entries. All Bird Bash entries go towards a December 20th giveaway with a monstrous 300 grand in prizes. Bird Bash makes its bewitching return. Only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Learn more at paysbig.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
At IKEA, we know the kitchen is the heart of your home. It's where family gathers after a busy day and where special moments with friends unfold. IKEA can help you turn that heart into a dream space you've always wanted. With endless styles, colors, and features, IKEA's lineup offers countless kitchen possibilities. And now, through October 29th, enjoy 10% off kitchen and appliance purchases of $5,000 or more. Save today on cabinets, countertops, appliances, and yes, even the kitchen sink. Visit IKEA Oak Creek or IKEA.com/US to start building your dream kitchen today.
Football season. Best time of the year and my favorite time of the year. This is ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman. On game days, my favorite teammate is a cold carbless in my hand. Premium cocktails in a can made right here in the great state of Wisconsin. Maybe it's when I'm at the tailgate ahead of kickoff or getting ready at home for the game. Carbless is there. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and gluten-free. Carbless features classic cocktails like margarita, Paloma, and even Moscow Mule, and vodka cocktail flavors like cranberry, lemon, and peach. Find it on your next grocery trip. Carbless. Less is more.
Get the last roof you'll ever need with steel roofing from Menards and save big money. Steel roofing adds value to your home and offers superior wind and hail resistance. Choose from 29 beautiful colors, available in cut-to-your-length panels for less waste and fast installation. View our entire selection of steel roofing today on Menards.com. Plus, check out our weekly flyer for other hot deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
There's a good chance you're on a budget. We all are. But she wants a diamond. You know it. I know it. And Robert Hack Diamonds knows it too, because they offer a huge collection of lab-grown diamonds, and they sell them at crazy prices. How about 2-carat total weight diamond studs for $8.95? Robert Hack Diamonds can get any size, shape, or clarity in natural or lab-grown diamonds. Don't buy until you call Robert Hack Diamonds. $8.95 for a 2-carat pair of diamond studs. Oh, baby! Robert Hack Diamonds in Greenfield and in Brookfield. Why overspend when you can save at Robert Hack Diamonds for the same diamond you're looking for? Some jewelers are charging nearly $5,000 for a lab-grown diamond. Not Robert Hack. Your visit will be worth it, and she'll think so too. Robert Hack also offers repair services and cash for your old gold. But remember, before you do anything, as I did, RobertHackDiamonds.com, and visit them in Brookfield or in Greenfield.
Gruber Law Offices presents Thanalysis.
80% the second bump after the second bump, it's a move.
A podcast from Thanasis Antetokounmpo.
Oof, da.
That means absolutely everything.
Also supported by Carbless, premium ready-to-drink cocktails.
The now quarterback for the Green Bay Packers.
And Potawatomi Casino Hotel in Milwaukee.
Jordan Love. Gotta get up.
Subscribe on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
And we dance all night to the best song ever. We knew it every night. Now I can't.
One Direction Wednesday, Boy Band Wednesday, whatever you want to call it. Some great vibes from Alex Strofe. KBN Nation at 800-990-3776. That's where you can chime in at the ESPN Wisconsin Talking Text line. Do want to tie a bow here on the Romeo Doubs conversation, at least for today. Who knows what happens or what we hear from the locker room and what comes out on the social medias. But Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here with you. Alex Strofe. I was going to say Alex Strophe. That works, right? He's running the show. Now, Brad, you have more experience than any of us, clearly, in an NFL locker room. But I think beyond your experience, I think you've read between the lines a little bit of the relationship that Jordan Love and Romeo Doubs have and the impact that could have for this team. Because I am with you that I think it would be foolish to think that it's all, hey, everything's back to normal, right? Anytime it's, whether it be a sideline outburst, maybe a closed door meeting outburst, there's usually a cause and effect on the field where you see more targets, more this, more that. And what's made this Green Bay Packers wide receiver group, as our caller just said, so great, is it didn't matter in the past who it was, but that's not the vibe we get from Romeo.
Yeah, you know, I've seen things within closed doors disrupt the vibes of a unit, right? And this is something that is way beyond that, right? This is something that was very public, and it was very strange and a very interesting stance that Romeo Doubs had. And my concern is, and where the spotlight should be on this week, is Jordan Love and the rest of the offense. Because I don't think Romeo Doubs is just going to come back, as Ben said, and just be, you know, it's going to be easy going and he just works right back into the fold. Jordan Love and Romeo Doubs are friends. I'm concerned that Jordan Love is going to try to mend this, right? He's kind of like not a people pleaser, but I'm not sure he loves conflict. I think he's going to try to force the ball more to Romeo Doubs this week than he otherwise would have. That at the detriment of the Green Bay offense. And then what's the next thought that goes into everyone else's mind? Well, you got Dontavian Wicks, you got Jaden Reed, you got Tucker Kraft saying, okay, well, all I need to do is then throw a fit and I get to increase my targets. So you're looking at a situation where toxicity might be rewarded because of Jordan Love and Romeo Doubs, their relationship, Jordan Love trying to make people happy, trying to lead this team. I'm afraid the message that might send to the rest of them, it'd be better off if Jordan Love didn't ice out, Romeo Doubs, but didn't change anything. I'm concerned that won't be the case. He's going to force feed Romeo Doubs. It's going to continue the toxicity of the offense.
He better not reward that unprofessional behavior. That is completely unprofessional. Again, let me just reiterate. I like Romeo Doubs like a lot. Like it hurts me to have to talk bad about him, but he was extremely unprofessional. He was extremely unreliable, and he should not be rewarded with more targets. He should be rewarded by him working his behind off and earning the trust of his teammates again, and most importantly, earning the trust of his quarterback, so when he gets open, he can still trust him on 3rd and 7, as Rob talked about when he joined us earlier. So I don't get rewarded for throwing a hissy fit.
So do you think that Romeo Doubs' targets will increase, decrease, or stay the same?
They need to stay the same. Maybe they do a quick little pass to get him acclimated early to make him feel good about himself right away, but we better not be looking at him over Jaden Reed or over an open target.
Was that an auto hotkey? It's not even the end of ESPN Wisconsin hour. What just happened?
Right when the beat was dropping hard, too.
What happened was I was fist pumping and jumping up and down, and I accidentally hit the mouse with my headphone cord.
Wild, and it hit the...
And it hit the end of the 3
o'clock hour exit.
Yeah.
Man, it was just to get into the heart of the X-Files EDM.
I was bobbing my head trying to talk.
You did pretty good.
Thank you, I appreciate that. You know when I'm a little different. So
I agree. It does need to stay the same. The question is, that's easier to say.
We got a poll out there, Strophy?
I'm going to put a poll out there shortly, yeah. But I just want to throw out, similarly to Brad thinks Jordan Love may be towards Romeo Doubs, I got a little bit overexcited.
Huh?
Got overexcited about the stupid beat. You know, you guys are amused by the oddest things.
I know, it really is. We're quite simple creatures.
Well, that beat drop is pretty great,
Let
though.
me put it this way. Kyle, you know this very well because you and I came up strictly through the radio ranks, right? These guys are athletes.
That's very true. We earned our keeps here around here.
You got to be wired a little bit differently to do this full time.
That's very true.
You got to be wired. You got to be a little weird.
Cool.
There's got to be something going on in your brain that's not normal.
We do a lot of talking to ourselves and a lot of oddness. Like I told somebody today, anytime I call somebody who has an iPhone but also has an iPhone device, when you call them in the background, you hear do because you have other devices that are Apple. And every time I hear it, I start bobbing my head to it because I just hear it in the background. I'm different.
We're back in 2 minutes. That's all I got to say.
Hey, it's Gabe Neitzel from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. You've heard me talk about the results mentality has had on my life, but don't just take it from me. Jason has had success too, thanks to mentality.
My only regret is I didn't do it sooner. Knowing once again I've gotten the treatments done and continuing, I do feel, stuff does hurt a little bit more, but I'm 40, in my 40s, and that's going to happen. But again, the energy levels, it is above and beyond. Again, I'm back in that age where I'm like, this is amazing.
Get started today at lowtusa.com.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Kyle Walls for Universal Windows Direct. Right now, for every 2 windows you buy, you get 2 free. Buy 2, get 2. Buy 4, get 4. Call 414-410-2000 to schedule your free in-home estimate today. Fall is here, and it's the perfect time to replace those old, drafty windows. And remember, for every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free. Plus 0% financing for 60 months. Restrictions apply. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to uwd.com, and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Football fans, tailgating season is here. There's no better way to celebrate football being back than with Boda Box Wine. Boda Box is giving away tickets to 2 separate winners for a VIP Green Bay game day and tailgate party experience for the November 24th game against San Francisco. Fans, enter by scanning the QR code posted at participating Boda Box retailers in Wisconsin through October 30th. Winners will be announced on November the 1st. Please drink responsibly. Must be 21 years or older to enter. Boda Box Vineyards, Manteca, California. Visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com for more details.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith here. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The Wisconsin On Demand app and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, hanging out with you, KBN Nation, 800-990-3776. Adam does make a good point to continue to tie a bow on the Romeo Doubs conversation. Regardless of how he's acted, Romeo's touches may increase if Dontavian Wicks doesn't catch the ball.
That's true. That's true.
That's a good point.
No Christian Watson. Don't know the status. It seems like he's out, but you get the point of targets are going to go to the people that produce the most, and he may, although the timing wasn't good when Watson was out, he could have had an opportunity to make a lot of catches. Tay Wicks didn't step up and grab the targets away from Romeo Doubs. We'll see what happens on Sunday, but we need your help as it's always a great feeling when you see a bet being paid off across these airwaves and across all of the talent that we have. And none other than our CEO, Craig Karmazin, which you can hear Sunday Karma, 10 to noon on Sundays across ESPN Wisconsin. He lost our Cover 5 challenge. It's an app we use that essentially you bet 5 games, and however much you lose against the spread, it goes against you. However much you win against the spread on the team you pick, it goes for you, and Craig was the worst. And because he was the worst, he will be at George Webb for 24 hours on Friday in downtown Milwaukee, starting at 11 a.m. You can catch Mr. Irrelevant on site at 12:30. You can catch us from 2 to 5. You can catch Homer from 5 to 6. All while Craig Karmazin is sitting at a George Webb for 24 hours.
Should I pack a lunch, or is Craig treating us as well?
That's a great question.
You know him better than us.
I'm going to ask Craig, since, we're going there to help support him.
Why do you always turn into free food mode?
Well, because it's important for me to know what I should be bringing for lunch. Am I going to be eating George Webb? Because, I'm looking at the menu, so boy is getting a little hungry.
Remember when I said last segment, in order to be like a radio guy, you got to be wired a little bit weird? The other thing about radio guys, or
free stuff,
media
free
guys
food
in general, free food.
Yeah.
Kyle
is definitely that.
I actually respect a good
as it pertains to the 24 hours that Craig Karmazin will be within George Webb, we don't want to punish him to a degree that, he just has to sit there for 24 hours. We have come up with what I call the 2-hour meal deal. First and foremost, Craig has to start with 2 pancakes, right? Are we fine with every pancake is 1 hour?
Yeah, because it's 24 hours, and the food he eats deducts his time.
Yeah,
correct.
I like that. Mm-hmm.
And so, and 1 pancake equals 1 hour, and he has to start with 2 pancakes.
Pancakes, 1 hour.
George Webb, they are called wheat cakes.
Wheat cakes,
and they come in twos. So that's why I wanted to start with 2 for CEO Craig Karmazin.
Yeah, so I jumped on Sunday Karma this past weekend with Kyle, and he said he has a strategy that he's going to dunk said wheat cakes into water, Joey Chestnut style.
We need to ban that.
That sounds disgusting.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to ban it, because it just sounds gross.
Yeah, I want him to do gross stuff.
Yeah, if he wants to do that, good luck.
If he wants to be in survival mode and cut time off mode, and it hurts him later.
I feel like we are missing a big part of this prior to getting to the actual menu and each of the deductions. I asked him this, and he said, no, it won't happen. What if he throws up? What if he pukes?
Start over.
Yeah. Something. You get time at it, because that food that you ingested, just like with the food eating contest that they have.
Yeah.
If you throw up, that does not count.
Yeah, the food's got to be ingested and stay there.
Got to keep it down. Keep it down.
You didn't eat it.
I don't care what he does once the time elapses. He can do whatever he wants once he walks out.
No, I agree.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, but midway through.
I would say anytime he throws up, that's an hour at.
So there's a Ben, Brad, and Kyle 2-hour meal deal. We've each picked a entree, an appetizer / side, and a dessert. And if he finishes the Ben Brust meal deal, the Kyle Wallace meal deal, or the Brad Nortman meal deal, 2 hours will be deducted from his time. I will provide him a meat lover's skillet as the entree, oatmeal as the side, and creamy cheesecake as the dessert. Not cheesecake, creamy cheesecake.
And it has to eat all 3 of those.
All
right, for
3
2
of
hours?
those, 2 hours, boop, boop,
Wow.
off the time.
Well, my Brad Nortman 2-hour meal deal will be the sourdough boy burger, which is 2 beef patties and sourdough bread and all the fixings on it. The side, it wouldn't be this without crispy cheese curds. You got some cheese curds. And you can end it with a piece of cake, his choice on flavor. That's the one thing I will give him. He likes
Brad's
chocolate.
so nice. Like,
He
even when
likes
he's punishing
vanilla.
someone, you get to pick your favorite cake.
Well, because I said to Kyle, I was like, man, is the sourdough boy burger, is that too much? Is that too much? And you said, no. It's only
Not at
2
all.
patties. He got this.
Yeah, he definitely got this. He got himself into this. See, for me, on the other hand, I'm a Wisconsin boy. Pure Wisconsin boy. And you know when he's doing this on a Friday. And what is Wisconsin known for? On Friday?
Fish fry.
Fish fry. And as I'm looking at this menu at George Webb, guess what they offer as a dinner platter on Friday? The classic Wisconsin fish fry. Yes, the classic Wisconsin fish fry, which gives him the classic beer battered fish fillet, lightly battered crunch fish with their special beer batter recipe. And it originally includes fries and coleslaw and rye bread and tartar sauce. But you know what? I don't feel like French fries are Wisconsin enough. And I want that man to eat a lot of fried food, so he needs to sub the French fries for onion rings. He needs to sub it out. I have it on the list. Sub it out to get that $2 2 hours off. You got to sub the French fries for some good old fried onion rings.
What if he eats the French fries? Just an hour?
He has to sub it out. He makes the order. He needs to tell him.
It don't
Sub
count
the
unless he
fries for
does
onion
the
rings.
Kyle meal. It's the Kyle meal. The Kyle
Sub
meal deal is the Kyle meal deal. There's no
Sub
substitutions.
the fries for the onion rings. I'm sure they would gladly do it, okay? So make sure you're going to be there. He needs to sub the fries for onion rings. Now, on top of that,
this seems personal.
It's a little personal. If you don't sub the fries for onion rings, we're going to have an onion ring problem, okay? Now, the last thing with this is that I like Craig, so I don't want to be all.
I love Craig.
I do love Craig. I mean, I'm giving him the Wisconsin fish fry. He's been in Wisconsin for 25 plus years. He should be very happy that I gave him something to be a Wisconsinite. And then on top of that, because I like Craig, I'm not going to make him eat the creamy cheesecake. I'm not going to make him eat the heavy chocolate cake. I'm going to have him have some fun. He can have a root beer float with some ice cream. Root beer float, so ice cream, root beer float, something to wash all the food down with because I care about my boy Craig. I think that is an excellent meal. I'll give him 2 hours off.
Strofe, if you were Craig Karmazin, which meal deal are you taking? He could do all 3 of them and have 6 hours there, 2 pancakes
so
being
much
8
food.
hours.
If I'm Craig, I'm just eating pancakes. That's so much food.
Do you think that it should be 3 hours for one of our meal deals?
Yeah, it should be 3. It's too much food.
Kyle?
I would love to tempt him into having one of our.
I want him to suffer, but you want him to really suffer.
I hope you understand. Okay, let's just do some math here. Starting at 11 a.m., homer hour ends at 6 p.m. That is 7 hours, which means he has to knock off 15 hours. Oh, no, that's bad math. Guys,
24 minus 7?
Yeah, 24 minus 7 is 17. So he needs.
Yeah.
That means he needs to eat 17 pancakes at a minimum, which he's not doing. He'd still need to eat 14 pancakes if he ate one of your meals.
Huh.
And our meals are pretty heavy.
I think I can do that. Thanks for bringing math into this. I usually avoid math at all costs.
And
I'm horrible at math, as you can tell. So
it is 3 food items in our meal deal.
Let's go 3 hours.
3 hours for any of our meal deals?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Everyone say aye.
Aye. Those who oppose, nay.
Very good.
Slip me to my frat house again.
I've never done that before in my life.
Frats?
Oh yeah, you gotta vote for
What's
things.
the weirdest thing you voted on in your frat?
That's none of your business. You need to join to find out.
Wayne chimes in. Craig is going to destroy that toilet.
Oh my gosh.
I don't feel like Craig's a public bathroom type guy. He's a little bit too bougie for that.
Do you guys think he'll finish it before the homer hour's up?
No.
So that's 7 hours.
No, Craig's gonna be there after 6:15.
You think he'll be there before midnight? So that would be 13 hours?
Craig's gonna leave probably sometime after 8. He has a flight to catch the next day, I believe.
That would be horrible.
Man.
Where's he go? Well, you don't have to probably put his business out there.
I forgot.
He's like, I would have said.
Yeah. That would be. I'm trying to think of what my tactic would be.
Eat pancakes, man.
I feel like I would just try to go in there as hungry as possible and eat as many pancakes as
Eric
fast
in the
as I could.
608, are the meal deals available to KBN Nation if we show up?
Hey, yeah, I mean, we're not paying for you to eat, but hey, join us, grab some food if you want. Maybe treat us to some food because we love you and you love us.
I got an idea, Eric. Put it on Craig.
Yeah,
That's Craig.
I'm with Craig.
He loves the fans.
For real.
Craig
He loves the fans.
He loves the fans.
Craig loves the fans.
If you are a loyal enough fan of ESPN Wisconsin that you show up to support Craig, Craig should definitely pay for you. I would shame him if he didn't.
As the CEO who founded this company and cares about each and every single one of you listening,
teammates, partners, fans.
Part of the motto here at Good Karma Brands.
We're gonna have a damn line up the street because everybody's gonna be thinking Craig is
Free
buying
food on Craig.
Free food on Craig.
Let me just let make sure you know this is not anything. There's no contest rules for this, so don't come showing up thinking you're gonna get free food and all of a sudden I'm on the news talking about ESPN promised us free food and you trying to feed your whole damn family. Not happening. Not happening. We ain't doing that. Also,
8 meals to go on Craig.
For real. Also, just so y'all know, Craig's not supposed to use a phone whatsoever, and Strofe is supposed to be there entire time as well.
Well, I'm going to be producing your show.
No way. We couldn't get nobody else to produce the show. You're supposed to be there.
You're supposed to be there.
I weaseled my way out. I'm going for relevant. I'm coming right back.
Nah, we got to change that because you need to make sure he's not on his phone. Only thing he can use his phone for is the fact that he's going to be on VMix where people can watch it and stream live as well.
So he has no options for entertainment?
No. He's
just
not
sitting and eating.
You have to sit and eat.
He lost. This
He's going to wallow in his...
This was not you lose, everything's going to be great. This was you lose, it's got to be tough.
I can be on my phone for 15 hours.
Yeah, you got a problem.
I mean, I'll be bored, but I can watch some movies, have a good time.
This is taking place... I'm allowed to give out the location, correct? Yeah, MLK in downtown Milwaukee. Right outside where our offices are at the 3rd Street Market Hall.
What I can't wait is by the time we get there, he'll be well into this challenge, and hopefully we get our George Webbs, and you take a juicy bite, and you go, oh, that's so good.
Oh, we're going to be on the air while he's eating, too.
I know. But just hearing that, I feel like for him, we'll just send him into like a sickness in his stomach.
How big are the pancakes at George Webbs?
They're thick. Now that you said, now when you said
Hold on, time out. Thick with 2 C's or with a CK?
They're very thick. I recall seeing it, right? It's one of them, when you said wheat, it's one of them thick, wide ones. They ain't little. They are not little.
Rough.
Two of them are going to make him full. I know Craig has a...
Why are we barking?
Okay, so I am looking at an uploaded picture of George Webb. You can go like on Google and someone took a picture of their 2 pancakes, eggs, bacon, the whole thing. Those are not small pancakes.
Hey, he chose G-dubs.
Those are pretty thick pancakes.
Yeah, I told you, thickums.
I can't tell if they're definitely wide. I can't tell their depth, but they're wide. So from what I can tell, that's several C's. Several.
Well, I don't know what y'all are barking, but I know what I'm about to bark for. I'm barking for the Underdog Fantasy Sports app in KBN Nation. I want y'all to join in on the fun, just like millions of others across 33 different states that get in on the fun with the Underdog Fantasy Sports app, and it's so easy to play. This is how it works. You select players from multiple teams. You select high or low on those players' stats, so whether or not it's passing yards, rushing yards, touchdowns, receiving yards, whatever it is, higher or lower on those stats, and if your picks hit, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Yes, up to 1,000 times your money. I played $10 and I won $49. It's really that easy, just selecting higher or lower on player stats. And all you have to do is go to Underdog Fantasy Sports app or go to UnderdogFantasy.com, and when you do that, sign up using promo code KBN. That's promo code KBN, and Underdog will give you a special free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code KBN to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. But remember, to play Underdog Fantasy, you must be 18 plus and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concern with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Who's the most likable Packer on the 2024 Green Bay Packers? I know Brad has a guy. I have a guy. Kyle's got a guy. Strofe, you had Sal Frelick for the Brewers. Do you have your Sal Frelick for the Packers? We'll find out next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
If I was as tall and as talented as you, if I could shoot as well as you could, both them teams would have won. Because you know what? You did a fake punch, you said, in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
And I would have did fake point. I would have took it to the house. I would have scored a dang touchdown.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We got some backups, hefty ones as well. On northbound 43, delays basically from Bender Road all the way up past Brown Deer Road to about the county line. We did have a crash there that was closed down the freeway right about at Port Washington Road. They have been able to reopen, but we do still have that crash on scene off on the right shoulder. Outside of that, northbound out of the Marquette is going to be a bit slow from the Marquette up to about North Avenue. Westbound 94, seeing delays from about 16th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Traffic is brought to you by James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner. Visit jamesimaging.com. And check out the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, clear skies, low of 51 at the lake, 44 inland. Tomorrow, sunny and mild, high of 70 at the lake, 75 inland. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart, 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Greg Matzek, Gary Ellerson, the day after reaction show you need in your life.
This offense, Matt LaFleur's side of the ball, dragged this whole team through where they are right now.
It's Potawatomi Sportsbook Football Mondays with Greg and Gary.
The defense got hot at the right time. That might be what we're seeing here with the Packers defense as well.
Live from the Potawatomi Sportsbook Studios from 6 to 8 p.m. every Monday on 94.5 ESPN.
Sarah, do you know what Monica has cooked up for Sweetest Day?
Here she comes. Let's ask her.
Monica, we were wondering what you've cooked up for Sweetest Day.
Imagine a pendant with the classic perfect Valentine's heart, the kind a grade school boy would draw for his girlfriend.
Okay, so what makes it special?
The heart is made of bright cherry red ceramic, and it's surrounded by 18 tiny little newborn diamonds.
Ceramic?
18 diamonds?
Yeah, cherry red ceramic with 18 newborn diamonds, and it's only $128.
I don't know how many of those we made, but we didn't make enough. What else have we got?
A long stem American Beauty rose, 100% natural.
Why would someone come to Kessler's for that?
Because our full-size American Beauty roses are preserved forever under a shimmering layer of pure 24-karat gold.
Kessler's gold roses are back!
And they're just $99 for Sweetest Day.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, Milwaukee sports fans, it's Brad Nortman from Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. You've invested too much into that nice ride, so don't settle for a gas station car wash. Treat it to a Tsunami Express car wash. State-of-the-art wash technology, powerful free vacuums, and unlimited wash memberships. Now with 5 locations across Greater Milwaukee, Tsunami Express is your go-to spot for a flawless finish and a first-class car wash every time. Trust me, your car will thank you. Sign up for a membership online at TsunamiExpress.com and get your first wash free. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Looking for a totally rad flavor adventure, brochachos? Look no further than Surfer Boy Pizza as seen in Stranger Things. Each mouth-watering variety contains rich tomato sauce, delicious mozzarella cheese, and a gnarly range of toppings. The crust is crispy on the outside and airy on the inside. You'll think it was hand-tossed by the Surfer Boy Pizza dudes themselves. Look for it in the freezer aisle at your local store and buckle up your taste buds with Surfer Boy Pizza.
Football season is off and running. Don't miss out on the exciting game day experience this season in Green Bay. Ticket King is the place for green and gold tickets. With offices in Milwaukee and Green Bay, Ticket King is your local and most trusted source to buy Green Bay tickets. Experience Green Bay football this season by visiting theticketking.com or call 414-273-6007. Reach out now for available tickets to Sunday's game against Arizona. Follow Ticket King on Facebook and Instagram. The place to get tickets is theticketking.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
But then something happened one magical night. I forgot that you existed. And I thought that it would kill me, but it didn't.
We're back on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
This is not a boy band.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah. You know why? Because you were
no.
talking to one of our teammates for like 4 minutes back there.
No, his best friend at work.
Oh, whatever.
My best friend at work. Yeah.
That's great.
It's just indifference.
I gotta
What
close
the hell
my
is
mouth.
This better not be Taylor
This is like
Swift.
Olivia Rodrigo or some
This is Taylor
nonsense.
Swift.
Oh, come on. Your best friend at work influenced you to this.
She is. That person is a Swiftie.
They
Best,
sure are.
Best friend at work could be anybody. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe running the show. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. Who's the most likable Green Bay Packer on this 2024 team? I don't know why this conversation started amongst us, but I'm glad it did, because this evolution of the Packers is kind of fun, because it reminds me of how when we all went to the Brewers and like everyone obviously in the postseason gets more involved. And it was really easy to get attached to personalities, especially when they're younger, right? They're young, they're fun, and the Packers are young and fun. They're the youngest team in the NFL again.
Yeah, every team that I really enjoy rooting for, and of course that includes Wisconsin teams, you got a couple guys that beyond the superstars, and maybe it includes a superstar, but you kind of like irrationally, and you love to root for them, and they're just so darn likable. And to me, I was thinking about this, and it's Tucker Kraft. I mean, I know that he's come on the scene lately, and it's coming off his best game. I'm not trying to be prisoner of the moment, but even this was well before this. Tucker Kraft, he's just built different, right? I mean, he is like meant to be a couple of screws loose tight end for the Green Bay Packers. I mean, he's from small town South Dakota. At his draft party, they rent out an airplane hangar and had 300 of their small town friends come in there. And he said, in his own words, he said, we gave everyone roast beef sandwiches, drank light beer, and whiskey. Now, if he added carbless, then he'd really have a party. But he said he loves his like small town feel. Let me read you this quote that Tucker Kraft put out there. He tweeted this: "There's no limit to the savagery you'll encounter when you back a hungry predator in a corner. I've bled for this. I believe this. See you cheeseheads in a couple days." And finally, on a recent podcast, who was this podcast with? This was with Tune Into Dylan. Tune Into Dylan. Very good. Tune Into Dylan.
The heck is Dylan? It ain't KBN.
It's not. And I would love to have Tucker Kraft down here to talk about this. They're talking about Kraft's strategy when someone trash talks him. He says, quote, "Yeah, I just scream. I don't even give them a chance to finish." And when they said maybe you should be mic'd up, he said he probably shouldn't because he might get canceled. Quote, "I'm telling people I'm going to burn down their childhood homes." Like that is what he is trash talking.
He was just recently mic'd up, I think, this past weekend. I gotta listen to that.
Tucker Kraft has a few screws loose. Dude loves physicality. He loves getting hit and laying the hits down, and he's catching touchdown passes. I love everything about him. I love him as a Green Bay Packers tight end. I am irrationally rooting hard for Tucker Kraft. Everything about him I love.
Yeah, that's hard to follow.
I think he's missing the point that would hit home most. You basically went all the way around it, but he seems like the type of guy that could come to a AmFam Field tailgate, a Lambeau Field tailgate, go to Camp Randall, and just hang out and feel like he's one of the Wisconsinites.
100%. Well said, Ben. Way to summarize my entire point in one sentence.
I'm not going to lie to you. He definitely has a feel and vibe that he would have been part of the Aaron Rodgers clique back in the day.
Why is that?
Because he has the personality, he has the talent to do it, and he has he's crushing beers and doing different things. Aaron Rodgers, his clique loved that, man. They absolutely loved that, and he had the talent to go along with all the talk. So I think that he definitely would have fit in with the David Bakhtiaris, with the Randall Cobbs, with the Jordy Nelsons, with the Aaron Rodgers clique. But I'm glad he no longer has to worry about being part of that clique.
Who you got?
Man, he took a great one, but for me, it's a newcomer. It has to be the newcomer. There's nobody in Green Bay Packerland, nobody across the great state of Wisconsin that is saying anything bad about my guy. Xavier McKinney. Nobody whatsoever will ever say something bad about him because he has been absolutely balling out. Now, off the field, he seems a little quiet, a little timid, but he about his business. But
Timid?
On the field, he's making a big impact for this Green Bay Packers football team and got us jumping up and down in joy of the fact that he has 5 interceptions in 5 games. First player to do that for a new team since like 1970 or something like that. He is going to single-handedly have more interceptions in a season. Yes, X gonna give it to you, baby. And so he single-handedly is going to have more interceptions by himself than what the Green Bay Packers had as a team last year, which is 7. 7 interceptions as a team, and he has 5 in the first 5 games. He already has 6 turnovers by himself as well this season. So yes, X is going to give it to him on the field, but he also is going to be a fan favorite with us Green Bay Packers fans. So that's the guy that I think is an absolute fan favorite because just like Charles Woodson before him, we love great playmakers. We love guys that force turnovers, and that's exactly what X does when he gives it to him every single Sunday.
He does have a little Charles Woodson in him. A little bit like composed, kind of leader, but then on the field, just playmaker.
Robin Madison chimes in, Tucker Kraft would make Brad cry.
I don't doubt it. He would make me cry. I mean, if he was my teammate, I'd be like, that's my guy, TK. But yeah, if he came at me at like the punt block or something and said he's going to burn my childhood home down, I'd say, dang.
You run back to the sideline.
I love that home. My parents still live there. Don't do that.
You go to JJ and be like, hey, man, that guy Tucker's crazy.
I'm like a Narveson guy. I'm a Jair guy. I'm a Romeo Dobbs guy.
All the guys he has bashed.
You like the guys that are not very likable.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, Jair is so polarizing that, like, I will say I don't dislike Jair, but I will be Kyle Wallace. I will flip flop more than anyone with Jair. I'll be like, damn, he made a pick 6, he made a play, he's playing up to what he does, and then damn, he gets hurt again, or damn, he got burned again. You know, he's talking all that stuff, but not backing up on the field. He's the most frustrating Green Bay Packer, in my opinion. I know we're going with most likable. Obviously, Dobbs going AWOL. Obviously, I am not in on Narveson. I know he kicked better last week, but he still, before last week, missed a kick in every game, and I don't know if you guys agree or disagree, even with the one that got called back, but it was enough to keep me nervous. I was going to say it was Daniel Whalen until he sucked last week.
He did struggle.
No, he struggled.
I'm glad
not
that
mad
he's at the
at
top
him.
of your list, though. That says a lot
You
for
think
punters
the punter
everywhere.
is the most likable player on the team?
Now that I've gotten to know Brad,
don't be so surprised.
They wrote a whole article about this man and called him the B-52 bomber.
Yeah, Charlotte
that
Magazine.
man was loved in Charlotte.
Yeah, no offense. People liked Cam Newton more than you. Nobody's going to mention Jordan Love.
I was pretty light. Cam, yeah, he had quite a following in Carolina, but you know,
he also had more hate.
I don't see Cam's Charlotte Magazine spread with his gal.
I bet there was one.
There probably was. There probably was.
He was probably in like Sports Illustrated or
cover
magazine.
He was on the cover. He won the MVP.
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like. I don't know who to pick outside of Tucker Kraft and Xavier McKinney.
Jaden Reed, man.
Jaden Reed's a good one for sure.
That's mine. Bird.
Why do you call him that?
That's his nickname.
Is it really?
Yeah, his nickname is Bird. Did you guys see the quote after the game the other day from Jaden Reed?
No.
He said, in college, there's this saying, bleeping Reed is down there somewhere. Just throw it up.
Hey,
that's amazing.
You know what? That's true because he did.
You saw that with your own eyes.
I sure did. I tell y'all. I
And
did
he threw
not
a
Jaden Reed
touchdown
at
against
first.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, he single-handedly beat us.
Ryan chimes in with a good one. Malik Willis is a super likable dude.
Yeah,
that's really good. That's really good.
I said we said most likable. Yeah. I mean, you could be the most likable and not be like a star.
I mean, people love Jameis Winston.
I mean, Jameis is incredibly likable.
Yeah, you love his personality.
All the ones that I go to right now are kind of boring. Like I kind of like Carl Brooks.
Carl Brooks.
Yeah, I know it's random. Like I'm fishing right now for like, you know, I like to find a guy that's I'm kind of like Alex Strofe, the way that he loves Sal Frelick.
Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed is the superstar. Jaden Reed is my Sal Frelick. Go on Twitter if you're bored one day. Search at Alex_Strofe Jaden Reed.
A lot of tweets.
Just propaganda galore, man.
Ron the Key, who are your most likable Packers?
My answer is they don't have one. We don't know any of these guys. They're so young
my
and
gosh.
so inexperienced.
Good Strofe. Because here's the thing. Brad literally just gave you evidence as to who Tucker Kraft is. Yeah. I've watched Xavier McKinney in press conferences after getting another interception when they lost. Right? They lost one of the games that he got an interception. Mm-hmm. He ain't talking about himself. He's talking about the team. That's likable.
What do you always say about Ron and the Key?
Either
he's good or
it's either good or it's bad, and it's no in between.
And what was that?
I think your Seinfeld drop did it for itself.
You know one that also.
I'll be honest. I'm in search of my most likable Packer.
But
it's gonna hit. I just don't know when.
Fair, what's going on with you here?
That's what I just said. Hand up. It's gonna hit. I just don't know when.
Maybe KBN Nation should give suggestions, right, and figure out who.
No. I will do my own watching.
You've had 2 hours to figure this out.
I ain't gonna lie, right? I ain't gonna lie. Right now, I don't have my guy yet.
Ben, you know who you should jump on the train for? Because everybody's gonna love this guy by the end of the season. Because everybody loves the underdog. Whoop whoop. Yeah, I don't think that's a strong train.
You said. Train.
But that's the children's train. That's Thomas. I don't want Thomas. I want a grown adult train. I want the steamer. But they probably don't have those anymore now, do they? They don't run on coal anymore.
Who you want from me?
Evan Williams. You're gonna love Evan Williams. He's gonna because he wasn't Javon Buller that got drafted inside Xavier McKinney. That's the guy, man.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
We can be the secondary boys.
Hey,
is it weird? No one said
Kyle's gonna change his pick now.
I don't want to be associated with Ben.
Why did no one choose Jordan Love?
Because he's the quarterback. Quarterbacks shouldn't be always likable, right? Like
Aaron, he is likable.
He is likable, but you can't. Somebody that's likable,
too mainstream.
You don't bash them, right? It's hard to bash guys you really.
What do you mean? It's hard to bash him? You call him selfish this summer.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you have to bash him, be negative, that can't be your guy. Like that can't be the likable guy. There's too many people that like him who don't like him, who think he's overrated, overpaid.
The most likable person in the state of Wisconsin's easy. Gina Della from Pella. Come on now.
She sure is, Ben.
Every time I see Gina, she lights up my face with her just infectious personality and her ability to tell everyone about the product of Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, how it can make your home more energy efficient, how it can make your home more beautiful, how you can have all these different options, whether it's vinyl, wood, whatever it may be. They can customize it for your home. If you're in a home that's not your forever home and you need something for now but also help the home value, they can do that. If you're in the forever home that you want to pay off with 0% interest for 36 months, you can get something for the long term. Heck, you better pay attention to these airwaves. You never know what's going to pop up with a new deal. She's always got some for you people, and that's why she's the most likable person in Wisconsin. So call 855-PELLA-WI or visit them at PellaWI.com for your free consultation. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman continues next with Alex Strove's segment, Becoming Relevant.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
You throw hands?
Do I throw hands?
With T.O.
Will I? I throw hands with Andre the Giant, man.
I love you, Lou. That's Lewis from the North Side. The North Side always knows.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Well, we got some backups, hefty ones as well. On northbound 43, delays basically from Bender Road all the way up past Brown Deer Road to about the county line. We did have a crash there that was closed down the freeway right about at Port Washington Road. They have been able to reopen, but we do still have that crash on scene off on the right shoulder. Outside of that, northbound out of the Marquette is going to be a bit slow from the Marquette up to about North Avenue. Westbound 94, seeing delays from about 16th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Traffic is brought to you by James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner. Visit jamesimaging.com. And check out the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, clear skies, a low of 51 at the lake, 44 inland. Tomorrow, sunny and mild, high of 70 at the lake, 75 inland. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart, 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
Hey sports fans, looking to level up your next private event? V Private Bar Services is your game changer. Move beyond the ordinary. V Private Bar Services crafts custom cocktails tailored to your brand and your guests' taste. Imagine a bar experience that's as unique as your business. Our expert mixologists will create a memorable experience that your clients and team will rave about. From signature cocktails to full-service bars, we've got you covered. Be the MVP of your next event. Visit vprivateba.com/MVP to book today.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Ashton Rotman with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Michael Farr from Racine Case. The junior putting up career-best numbers in the Eagles' shutout win against Oak Creek last Friday night. 6 catches, 146 yards, and 2 touchdowns receiving for Farr in the 27-0 victory, which, by the way, ended a 16-game losing streak to Oak Creek. Farr also gets in the action on some rushing attempts and finds his way to the stat sheet as a defensive back for the Eagles as well. His breakout season helping Case to earn their automatic bid into the WIAA playoffs with still 2 games remaining. One more season to go in high school for Farr, but he is hoping to find a way to play at the next level once he graduates. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Michael Farr.
The 2024-25 Buck season promises electrifying performances, unforgettable plays, and even more historic moments. Be part of it by securing your seats now at bucks.com/full. Buck season ticket members get the best pricing, premier ticket locations, and exclusive benefits. Secure your season membership and lock in your seats for what's sure to be an unforgettable 2024-25 season at Fiserv Forum. This era of Bucks basketball is something special. Get your tickets now at bucks.com/full.
The Island Showroom's fall lineup is packed with excitement. On Halloween, don't miss Lisa McClowry's acclaimed portrayal of the goddess of pop in The Beat Goes On, Cher. The rock anthems of Warrant Bring Down the House November 8th and 9th. And November 15th and 16th, country heartthrob Connor Smith hits the stage. Visit islandresortandcasino.com today to buy your Island Showroom tickets online or call 877-ISL-SHOW.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Brad Nortman, Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, alongside you, KBN Nation at 800-990-3776. You can see our beautiful faces on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And I think he puts himself on the video, bringing our beautifulness down. His name's Alex Strofe. It's time now to become relevant.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant, it's time to become relevant. Strofe's time to shine on KBN starts now.
All right, fellas, you mentioned it, Benny. Mr. Irrelevant each Monday, Wednesday, Friday, beginning at 12:30 on YouTube, available wherever you get your podcast. We tried something out today. I'm not sure if it was good. I'm not sure if it was bad. It was definitely one or the other. I just don't know which one. I wanted to go through each Packers positional group and kind of talk about where they're at through 5 weeks, right? Kind of a normal discussion, just see if they're reaching expectations. But then we landed on, are they a dog or are they a puppy?
Ooh. So are we either going to answer
or maybe something else. It depends where your brain's at. So we did different barks for every positional group.
Oh, wow.
So if I asked you right now what the D line is, how would you bark?
Little chihuahua.
Little fake tough.
Yeah.
But then
fake tough.
Kyle, if I was to
Small
flip it and say, how would you do the D line? The defensive backs.
Oh, them some dogs back there. They With Xavier McKinney as the lead dog, when Jair's healthy, I mean, the DBs
They're
haven't
packed
been
full of wolves. They almost not dogs.
Yeah, no, for real. They haven't been really the issue this year. Them some dogs back there. When they get healthy, that's gonna be a real dog pack, like you said.
Benny?
Oh wow, that sounds like the rabies guy.
That was rabid Benny right there.
Oh my goodness.
That's what we want. We want to be giving them diseases.
I don't know if they're consistently a big bark. It's like every third bark because they get torched sometimes. So for me, it's like woo 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 woo. Something like that. On that other inflection,
creative.
That's the interception right
These
there.
are interesting dog barks.
How about like the wide receiver room?
Meow. Jaden Reed,
Yeah, Jaden Reed's the king of that one. You know when the dog, we have puppies.
Your eyes are changing colors, Benny. You're scaring me.
He's possessed.
Romeo, meow.
Yeah, Romeo, it won't even bark. It's like, come on, dog, bark.
Exactly.
Come on, dog.
I don't know what's wrong with this puppy, but we be trying to get him. I think he's alive. But no, Jaden Reed, the dog that basically is the active puppy, the one puppy that barks and is playful while the rest of them kind of don't do too much. Tucker Craft, if you consider him a receiver, you know, he's bouncing off the walls. Christian Watson's the dog that's kind of limpy a little bit. You say that's the disabled one. That's the one he got, the dog that got the little wheelchair. That's Christian. Strolling around. That's crazy. That's an interesting room of dogs. It's the truth. It is the truth. Wow. Y'all envision it. That's crazy.
It's literally 4 different type of puppies.
He said, the dog with the little wheelchair.
It's true, though.
And the cone?
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's him.
All right, the other thing we do on Wednesday.
That's him.
The other thing we do on Wednesday editions of Mr. Relevant, we call it One Word Wednesday. I'm going to throw a topic at you. I need you each to give me a response in one word. Can we handle that?
Yeah,
sure. Suspenseful.
One we'll talk about a bit later in the 414 hour at 4, but for our Madison and Beaver Dam audience, LeBron James tweeted today, why do I have to go on an airplane for one game in the preseason in Milwaukee? What's your one word to describe LeBron's tweet about Milwaukee today?
Listen, we just talking about dogs. He's not a male one.
It's a lot more than words.
That's female dog.
Hyphenated.
Female dash dog.
He made me upset about that. He talked bad about my city.
Yeah,
spoiled.
Ignorant.
Oh, powerful.
I like that.
Ignorant.
That's real good. You should tweet that under.
You guys get to know Milwaukee, especially right now. It's beautiful to be here.
You should
tell him to come to Burleigh, where I hang out.
I mean, Burleigh will show him a lot of love. You hang out on like 80,000 in Burleigh. Let me tell you, LeBron James is on 45th in Burleigh.
We all lie. He's gonna get love anywhere he goes.
LeBron. I'm saying, talking all this craziness. If LeBron came in here right now, I'm like, bro, he ain't gotta say about my city like that. But what's happening though? But I do love the ignorant.
Good to see you.
You should go on his tweet and under it, you should put the Michael Jackson. That's ignorant. That's just ignorant.
I'll do that.
Under there.
I'll do that.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I'll do that. He's not gonna see it.
At Brad Norton. At Brad Nortmanism.
Who's this punch?
You have a check mark, don't you?
No,
they took ours
you have to pay
away
for that.
Yeah, they both
I did
had
have one though. Did you have a check mark?
Yeah,
they did.
They took ours away.
I don't know if Ben deserved one anymore anyway.
Dang!
I will say when I had the
I got more followers than Brad.
When I had the Twitter check
Throwing you
mark,
under the bus. That's crazy.
When I had the Twitter check mark, I kind of felt like a little bit better than everyone else.
I felt cool as hell.
Why did you pay for it? You guys should pay for it.
Because that takes away the whole point of it.
No,
now anybody.
It was a
can pay
status
for
symbol.
It was status.
You
symbol,
are
man.
status symbols. You guys are. You played in the NFL. You were a great kicker at Wisconsin. Good kicker in the
Kyle,
NFL. And
you know the right move here is, right?
You should get a check
you
mark.
made a Twitter like a year ago. You have like what, 200 followers?
Something like that. I don't
Buy
know.
a check mark. Just so you can say you have it and they don't.
It's $8 a month. It might be less than that.
LeBron James is such a crybaby. Diana McGuanago. Stop being such a hater.
You need to stop being a freaking hater.
LeBron.
Gerard Mayo, the Patriots head coach, says Drake May will start this weekend. After Drake May's first start, he will be
a doofus.
Bad.
Nice, Brad.
Big word for Brad.
Optimistic.
Oh.
Are we talking about just this week?
Yeah, after his first game, he will be what?
Oh yeah, I stand by bad.
Dog water.
The rookies haven't played poorly, and they've called.
Benny?
Yeah. How about? I want to change mine.
Dog water?
Dog water.
I want to
how
change
many words
mine.
is that?
Overwhelmed.
Hyphenated.
Overwhelmed. I like that.
Bro, his team's ass.
His team sucks.
When your team sucks, you're going to suck too.
That offensive line against the Jets was getting destroyed. But no, I think there's some optimism that he should have. Again, this rookie class, Bo Nix, I like Bo. I like Bo a lot.
He's sassy.
Yeah, he is sassy. He's sassy with Sean Payton. I like when somebody barks at you and you can bark back. And the way he barked back at Sean Payton then went out there and balled.
Ferris Bueller thing? Is that what you're talking about? That was great.
Well, and then on top of that, after one of the games, he threw an interception. They said, what happened on interception? He said, I threw it and they picked it off. I like that.
He's sassy.
He is sassy. You know I like sassy.
You like sassy.
Last one for you fellas. Jesse Winker, the former Brewer, now New York Met, quoted as saying to the New York Post yesterday, quote, he will hate them forever when talking about the city of Milwaukee. Jesse Winker is...
a F-boy.
Explicit.
Despised.
You're very nice, Brad. I don't like Jesse.
Yeah, despised. I mean, that means like hated.
Like for real, like Jesse Winker, he one of them dudes that runs his mouth, but like he's not really about it.
Fake tough.
Yeah, like
fake tough.
Willie asked him to come outside.
Hyphenated tough.
You guys are really bad at this game. We're going to try again next Wednesday.
My vocabulary is very limited.
That's one word, limited.
You should read.
No, this will help our
read
vocabulary.
Is also one word.
Me and Ben don't read like that.
Yeah.
Scholarly.
You need to stop being a freaking hater.
Is that what we got for becoming relevant?
Brad, did you spark notes in high school or college at all?
Hell
of course,
no.
I read every book.
Goodness gracious.
Nerd alert.
How did you not read every book?
How else would you learn?
Him and Lexi were cuddling and reading.
Seriously?
Well,
wait, you're being serious right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
You never cheated?
No, cheated. Spark Notes is not cheating.
Spark Notes isn't cheating. It's just avoiding the actual.
Bro, I wouldn't have survived.
I was Spark Notesing in like 4th grade.
Yeah, me too.
So
early on,
my academic integrity goes to this length. So obviously, like textbook, read, highlight, notes, the whole thing. If it's like a novel, a book we had to do, of course I read it. I took big bands and legendary performers.
That's the one where I introduced Shazam to everybody.
Yeah. So
basically, they play a song, and then you got to write down what the song is, and that's what Shazam's for.
I would
work smarter, not harder, Brad.
So there's like a multiple choice part of it, like what instrument did Louis Armstrong play primarily, right? But then there's a part of it. Yep, there's a part of it that you have to. He'll play 20 seconds of the song. You have to write down the name and artist. I'd go back to my room, listen to the songs, memorize them, write them down. Wouldn't even cheat on those.
What a loser.
And I still, to this day, know so many big band songs.
Thought you had a friend. I was cheating.
Dang.
I was cheating.
Shout out to Professor Michael LaCrone, who used to direct the UW band. All you had to do was go say hi to the man. Even when I was a freshman not playing, I'd go, hey, what's up, Mr. LaCrone?
Play Glenn Miller in the Mood when we come back.
Look at that.
Sounds good. We're going to play one of Brad's songs that he memorized. No, but it fits for today.
He is a boy in a band.
All right, that counts.
I like Brad a lot.
Brad had an opportunity to be a douche, and it would have been warranted. We'll talk about it next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Craig Counsell bobblehead that was given away, and we, just did a nice, I don't know, soliloquy? Is that the right word?
Yeah, like a montage.
Like a Virgil.
Vigil.
A vigil. We did a vigil.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. On this show, it's always football season.
And your argument was that the coaches wanted him to return it.
Yeah, I think
and he very clearly said no.
They wanted him to take it to the house.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Play the results, are we?
That's what coaches do sometimes, yeah.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text BEAT to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text BEAT to 42424. That's BEAT to 42424.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this, or this, or even this. Well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
What can you do in about an hour? You could take a nap, do some cleaning, have lunch with a friend, watch your favorite show, take a yoga class, go to the gym, or buy a car. At Ewald Automotive, you'll be in and out in about an hour. Go to ewaldauto.com, select the vehicle you're interested in, and get your instant price. Get a firm trade-in offer, customize your payment option, and even add your own protection plans. Then head to the dealership, and you'll be in and out in about an hour.
Go to ewaldauto.com. Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at 28 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that was voted Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
The Packers were without Romeo Doubs during their Week 5 victory over the Rams. The wide receiver was suspended one game for conduct detrimental to the team. Doubs missed 2 days of practice and meetings last week, but is expected to return to practice today. Head coach Matt LaFleur said he met with Doubs and said it would be a one-day-at-a-time process when it came to regaining trust with Doubs and the team.
It's a pretty isolated incident. This has not happened with him before, and I don't expect it to happen moving forward.
The Packers preparing for a visit from the Arizona Cardinals on Sunday. Kickoff from Lambeau Field as at noon.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank.
Concerned about fraud? Tri-City's got your back. Use debit card alerts. Help stop a card hack. You'll get notified when your card's being used so you can prevent your account from abuse. Tri-City National Bank, member FDIC.
Truck crash? Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
I feel so stuck.
The Veterans Crisis Line is here for you. Dial 988, then press 1 to call.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Oh, it's a classic. It is a classic.
You don't know this song.
Parent Trap? Are you kidding?
Oh, wow, that's a pull.
Thank you.
Why do you always...
Everything goes to movies. It's my Slumdog Millionaire.
They're the strangest ones.
Parent Trap.
Parent Trap. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, the Scholar, Alex Stroh running the show. Now, Brad had an opportunity. It's
never the
all right, 800-990-3776. When you heard this song, tell me you didn't think of Parent Trap.
What scene
I
is
did not
it from?
think of Parent Trap.
And I am on Vicky.
Nobody.
It's in the scene at the hotel.
I don't
When
think
they do what? When they're pranking?
No, she meets I am on Vicky.
Can I ask? I mean, to each their own. I mean, Parent Trap was
it's
a
a good
movie.
movie.
Why did y'all watch Parent Trap as young children?
Is this a classic?
What was the appeal?
What do you mean? It's about childhood hygiene.
Did you not see the NFL players do the Parent Trap handshake of the twins?
You talking about the NFL players that are Gen Z?
He's never quoting The Godfather. He's never quoting Home Alone.
Dude, don't knock Parent Trap right now. That's what I watched with my sister growing up.
It's a good movie. I know. When you have a sister, you watch those movies.
That's it. Me and my brother were watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and y'all were watching Parent Trap and playing with Barbies.
You missed out on something, Kyle. Parent Trap's a great movie. It's child hijinks. It's wonderful.
Thank you, Brad.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it was. I missed out. Maybe I'll watch it one day.
Now, Brad, you were meandering around our offices, and you ran by somebody with a Jags.
Yeah, it was my guy. So I never.
Well, it wasn't your guy. You don't know this guy.
I think he's my kind of guy. How about that? So I'm walking down the stairs. He's walking up the stairs. He's wearing a Jacksonville Jaguars hat and T-shirt, and like retro cool. It was awesome. He's holding flowers. He opens up a door for a woman. I was like, my guy. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to say something.
He opens up a door.
He opens a door. He's a
gentleman right there,
He's a gentleman. So I say, all right, go Jags. I love to see it. And I'm wearing a carbless quarter zip, but underneath this, at the time, I was just wearing my Panther shirt. And he goes, right back at you with the Panthers. Love the Panthers. And I was like, walking away. I was like, I never have that interaction in Wisconsin.
Wait, you didn't tell him you played for both of those teams?
No. Walked
Way
right
too
by him.
modest.
That was
He
it.
could have been a douche there, and it would have been acceptable. He could have been like, hey, man, I used to punt for the Jaguars. I just want to say I love seeing the support of the Jags in Wisconsin. He'd be like, really, you did? And you could have made that guy's day.
That's actually a pretty good way to do it.
Yeah,
I never thought about doing that, but if you ever try to do that, it doesn't come off well.
No, you're trying too hard to be good. That's the thing. You don't want to come off as a douche or a jerk or a self-centered person. You're trying too hard, Brad. Sometimes you have to brag about yourself a little bit. You got to talk yourself up like, oh, man, that's sweet. I love seeing it, as he said. Like, hey, I
should have. We were going in opposite directions.
Yes,
so I
you
should
should
have
have.
stopped him and made sure he knew that I played for the team that he was wearing.
You would have made his day. He would have said to his girl, this is going to be a great day. I got you flowers. We just met somebody who played in the NFL. This is an awesome day. But instead,
he would have got a picture with you.
Yeah.
What if he's never met a Jaguars player?
And maybe he's a Jag super fan. But based on what he had, that would have been a thrill. See, I was thinking like, don't be a tool. Don't make it about yourself. Don't be like, that, you like the Jags. Oh, you're really going to like me then.
Stop being so modest.
Yeah, exactly.
you're too modest.
Don't do that. Be the person that you need to be and just say, hey, I played for him, dude.
If you're listening, come on down to the 3rd Street Market Hall. I want to meet you. He's a Jags and Panthers fan.
He's not listening or he would have known who you were.
Hey, you played the
That's
music at the right
fair.
time this time. All right, I want to try this.
That seemed unnecessary.
Does this sound good on the air? Everyone loves bubble wrap.
So why are we doing this?
It's a little bit.
Oh, that's good right there. That angle you just had. Go lower. Go low. Below the mic. Yeah, man. We got some SMR going on right now.
Yeah. At first it felt
ASMR. Thank you.
at first it sounded good. Now I'm just getting like. But bubble wrap is one of the few things.
Bubble wrap doesn't sound
rewarding.
as good on the radio as it does, as satisfying as it is popping up.
We got some people who are writing emails to our program director, Brian D, right now.
The Damn Sports Show up next in Beaver Dam. Jim, Matt, and Molly and Madison. We're back in 2 minutes.
You're gonna go to the record store. You're gonna give them all your money.
Northbound 4394, right about at Holt Avenue, we've got a serious accident. We've got the 3 left lanes blocked. 1 lane is open to get through, but it is really backed up all the way into the Mitchell interchange. Southbound, we've got big delays, basically starting from about Locust all the way down through the Marquette, all the way to the accident scene, so be prepared for that. We've also got southbound 43 slowing from before Hampton down to Capitol. Southbound 41, also going to be a slow ride from Appleton Avenue all the way down past Capitol Drive, with the northbound side heavy from Wisconsin Avenue all the way up to Capitol. And check out the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight. Clear skies, low of 51 at the lake, 44 inland tomorrow. Sunny and mild with a high of 70 at the lakefront, 75 inland. Traffic is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lavida on 94.5 ESPN.
Looking for that ultimate game day hangout during football season? Welcome to Magoo's on the Mound. Now open at 11 a.m. Tuesday through Sunday. With 13 TVs, you won't miss a moment of the action. Enjoy our free 100-square pool with amazing prizes and a complimentary halftime buffet. Plus, we've got great drink specials to keep you cheering. And don't forget, we offer shuttles to and from all Milwaukee baseball games. Magoo's on the Mound, where green and gold fans gather and where every game day is a win.
Be greeted by an owner at America's largest employee-owned jewelry store.
Welcome to Kessler's. For general contest rules, visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
Guys, let's be honest. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek on Howell Road, just south of Putes Road. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week, even Sundays. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Gabe Neitzel here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We them boys. We them boys.
It's the 414 hour at 4. In a beautiful city anybody should love to travel to, unlike LeBron James, right here on KBN.
Ben Brust, Kyle Walls, Brad Nortman, Strophe running the show. Speaking of LeBron James, he did tweet something similar to what Kyle had said about 3 hours ago. Can someone please explain to me why we're getting on a plane and heading to Milwaukee for one preseason game? Exclamation question, exclamation question.
So your bum son can get some minutes on the court and score 0 points and have 0 rebounds and have 0 assists and do absolutely nothing but stand there and be a Nepo baby, which is okay, but that's what he is.
800-990-3776. I can't see all of KBN Nation's replies to the tweet, so please text in how you would respond to LeBron James. Can someone please explain to me why we're getting on a plane and heading to Milwaukee for one preseason game? LeBron!
That's ignorant.
Hey, there it is.
There it is.
There's teams that go to Abu Dhabi. They travel across the country, across the waters of the Atlantic Ocean to go play basketball, dude. What are we doing?
Yes, it's just stupid. I don't understand the comment and why he would say anything as stupid as that. Or why are we going somewhere to play basketball in a league that has 30 NBA teams across different cities and states?
I got a men's league game tonight if you don't want to play more than one game, LeBron.
And listen, like if he's doing back-to-backs and this is February, like I can start to understand. But boy, oh boy, this is peak season. We're working on peak foliage. LeBron, go to a pumpkin patch. Go to an apple orchard. Enjoy the beautiful fall weather that Wisconsin.
LeBron, go to a pumpkin patch.
This is peak Wisconsin, baby. Enjoy it. He's ignorant. He doesn't know. Yeah. He doesn't know Milwaukee. Go to a pumpkin patch.
He should do something. But at this point, I'm kind of spiteful. Why I want him to just sit on, get in a hotel, go on the bus, go to the arena, and take his behind out of here. I don't want it.
Taylor and Waukesha, Kyle just spitting facts about Bron's kid.
Yeah, he's trash.
He is trash.
Yeah, he's trash. I mean, honestly, Ben Brust could probably beat him in a one-on-one or go head-to-head with him. You could go toe-to-toe. If you worked out for 6 months straight.
Oh, yeah, you could be some time.
Yeah, no, if you had time, you at 30-something would go at it with him.
No doubt.
He's more athletic than you are, but you can go at it with him.
You don't need to be athletic to slide and cut in front of somebody.
You do not.
Diana McGuanago doesn't like when people are haters, but I'm going to give you a chance to be a hater on LeBron James.
I'm not a hater. LeBron James is a crybaby because everything needs to be about LeBron. That's just the way he is. I've gone to games where he's been playing and all he does is whine through the whole entire games to the referees. He's just a straight up crybaby.
Thank you, Diana McGuanago. Crybaby. Maybe we do One Word Wednesday here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman to describe LeBron James and his comments about not wanting to come to Milwaukee. Brad, if LeBron James texted you, hey, I'm coming to Milwaukee, what would you do with him?
I already told him. We're going to have the fall experience. We're gonna go to the surrounding areas of Milwaukee. There's plenty to do inside the faux, right? But, I'm familiar with...
I feel like Kyle's answer is going to be a lot different than Brad's.
I'm familiar with the exterior, areas of it, right? I know some great places out in Lake Country. We're spending some time on the lake. We're going to go to a little pumpkin patch. I'm going to show... You can't get that.
You think LeBron wants to go to a pumpkin patch?
He's going to want to by the time we're done together. He's going to say, Brad, this is what all the basic... people, let's say the second part of that. This is what they talk about. This is why fall in the Midwest, particularly here in Wisconsin and Milwaukee, is just so cherished.
What are you doing with LeBron if he comes to Milwaukee?
Getting clout. We going everywhere we can be seen. Anywhere and everywhere we can be seen, we getting clout. So I hope it's over the weekend. I'm going to take them to every single club. We're going to just go to the front door, walk in. Everybody going to know my name. Everybody going to know. Who's that dreadheaded dude? Don't worry about it. I'm with Braun. Braun and Bronny Jr.
Kyle's not any different than LeBron James.
Yeah, Kyle.
LeBron James has made this trip about a preseason game to Milwaukee about himself.
Well,
and I asked Kyle what he would do with LeBron James, and he said, we're going to walk in every club.
Yeah.
You're doing the opposite. You need to defend your city.
Listen, I keep it real. I keep it 100. I have had very few opportunities to feel like somebody special, and when I did, I felt like I was on top of the world. LeBron James is on top of the world, so I'm going to go to every – if I walked in this market hall with LeBron James, everybody's storming towards us. If I go to one of them clubs –
they're not going to look at your bum ass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll go to Club 720.
Look at that lackey.
If I get yeah, that's true. If I get a section in Club 720 with LeBron James, everybody will come flocking. I'll be the man.
What if he says, hey, Kyle, like I'll get you in, but you want to get this bill?
I say, bro, what? I said, what I'm making 10 years, you making 10 seconds.
Whoa, no, that's a good question. That's a really good question, Brad.
I would be disrespected. That's
if
the most disrespectful
LeBron said, hey, Kyle, I want to go out with you, but you got to pick up the tabs tonight.
Absolutely not. I'm not picking up that.
He wouldn't go out with LeBron James.
No, expensive. He don't know. Listen, if I say I want something like, just give me what do they say? What do they say? The basic drink.
Rail?
Rail. I say, give me rail. Bron be like, what is rail? I said, Bron, you gonna love it. Your body's gonna love it. What is rail? Exactly. That's what I'm asking for.
Stro, if you still living on that rail life at 25?
I'll always live on that rail life unless I'm like at a bourbon bar.
LeBron gonna be drinking rail. He's gonna be real sick for the game.
Hey, hold on. Kyle, if you're going out, you're drinking rail, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Ben, you're not drinking rail?
Hell no.
Yeah, it's
more
hurts.
hangover.
It hurts. It does hurt.
Did you say you want a hangover?
No, it's more hangover.
Yeah, rail. I learned very quickly that the older you get, rail actually does cause for hangover. The good stuff makes you feel okay. That's why I don't go out like that anymore. But if LeBron's in town, I ain't paying. I'm not lifting a finger. When the bill come, I'm just gonna look at him like, appreciate you, brother.
Clap at him.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I know.
Colin chimes in 800-990-3776. Kyle, you are something special. That's for damn sure.
You really are.
I agree.
You really are.
I do agree. Something wrong with
Would
it.
you invite him to the housewarming party?
Who, LeBron?
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
LeBron said, "What's his outhouse?"
What if LeBron? He said, "Yeah, but I gotta bring 20 of my buddies
to my house."
Yeah.
Again, they would think this is where they use the bath. They just start peeing on the carpet, thinking, "Oh, that's what we do." I guess it's a trough everywhere. I'm just playing. My house is beautiful, but compared to LeBron James, my house is an outhouse.
But you gotta pay for him.
Pay for him to fly here?
No. You have to pay for drinks and food and the whole thing for him.
Yeah, if they come to my house, they're on my bill. So, it's Kirkland everything, baby.
I would take LeBron to Pato.
They'd start peeing on the carpet.
That's good.
They
Yeah,
would go to the estate. They would go to the estate and think, what is this? This is a farm?
There's a trough.
The Nortman estate would feel mini to LeBron.
Real quick,
Yeah,
as the only person on this panel that's been there, they would not think that.
Really?
I'm serious.
Oh, wow.
Is that big?
That house is beautiful.
I'm sure it's beautiful.
Thanks,
LeBron James has like 20 bedrooms, and he just built his house.
Brad has like 12.
How many bedrooms do you have?
No, I've got 5.
That's not true.
That's
You have more
it?
than 5.
No, I've got 5.
This
How many
estate has been
upstairs?
overblown in my head.
3 upstairs.
3?
I mean, are we counting the playroom?
Yes, that's a big. Could you put a bed in there? Is there windows in there?
We have a
Yeah,
wait,
I
what do you have a
guess.
playroom
What do you got a
for?
playroom for? Is this the Lexi and Brad room?
No, well,
That's where they play.
Yeah,
Do you have a color room?
yeah, no, it's like looking forward to being like, hey, someday when Nortman kids are running around,
Yeah,
here's
so
the
that's-
playroom.
whoa.
when he
okay,
was,
Stro.
yeah, when he was giving me the tour, that's the room where the swing was.
For the kids.
Oh yeah, the kids.
Oh,
the
wow.
kids.
I know. Listen to 50 Shades of Grey right now.
Hey, to each their own, Kyle, man.
Oh, listen, none of my
It's
business.
the Nortman estate.
Whatever they use that room for is their business.
You have more than 5 bedrooms. Why are you lying?
No, I don't. We don't. Look up. We don't.
You have at least 6.
No, we got 5. We've got 5.
Oh, I'm not that far off, this, Bradley.
Because I don't think you can count the. We got the main one and the main floor. We got 3 upstairs. We
Which
got
is
another one in the
technically 4.
basement. And then like the workout room, I wouldn't consider a potential. There's no door.
No, I wouldn't
So-
call the workout room. But I think you have 6.
All right. If
Fine.
you consider the playroom.
Again, like I said
consider
before,
the playroom.
LeBron James will walk into his house and say, "This is it."
You know us, so we're prepared. We
But
want
you
to
should-
make
you
sure
already have-
we're
you already have a
well
crib set up?
prepared.
But wait, no.
We've got no, we don't have like cribs set up, but we've got cribs.
Plural.
Yeah, we've got.
Wait,
some
is this
donations.
news?
No, there's no news. There's no news. There's
Cribs.
We're prepared. We've gotten
Can we
donations from
do
family members?
Can we do ESPN Milwaukee cribs at the Nortman Estate?
We should. At a minimum, I gotta have you guys over.
At a minimum, we could do a radio show with all four of us at different levels of the house.
That's true. We probably wouldn't be able to hear each other either.
I'm still confused.
Different wings.
Why? So I know we all want to have kids. And some have kids. Beautiful.
Some people don't want kids.
But I'm just talking about here on the panel.
Does Stroh want kids?
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah, of course. Why are y'all calling it the playroom when there's not
Well,
yet?
because you're
manifesting
for real. When we moved in all of my stuff when I was a kid and Lexi's and all.
You
of
go play with all
stuff.
your Power Rangers.
I mean, hey, we got some Batman action figures that are pretty awesome.
That's cool.
And
It sounds like 4-year-old virgin.
And so we had a bunch of
fresh out the. Don't touch that.
And my sister, she's got kids, but they've aged out a lot of the baby stuff. So they're like, you guys just want them for when you guys have kids? We're like, yeah, absolutely. So we put it all and we put it in this playroom. It's actually a pretty awesome playroom. Like whenever we have kids come over, they're like, oh, wow. And they're loving it. So we're just super prepared. Super prepared.
So right
for
now you're
kids.
just like super uncle, super aunt, Brad and Lexi for your like friends that have kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
We throw them upstairs.
I guess if you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that type of space. But that's great. I like that. It makes sense now.
That's great. What's also great is Tsunami Express, and then I do want to hit on the Green Bay Packers wide receiver room.
Oh, yeah. Tsunami Express is amazing. I mean, I looked at my car today. I think it's time I got to go back to Tsunami Express. I am a ceramic member. That's the highest level of the unlimited wash memberships. Every single time I go to Tsunami Express, I walk away thinking, I just drove this car off the lot. That is how beautiful it looks. It's reflective inside and outside. It is a flawless finish, state-of-the-art car wash. Your car is just going to thank you every time. I mean, when it comes to their state-of-the-art wash technology, powerful free vacuums, and of course the unlimited wash membership, so you can go every single day if you want to. Your car will be looking unbelievable. You'll be driving down the road, and after Tsunami Express, people are going to be watching you go by. That is how amazing Tsunami Express is. I go there often. I've been driving around too much. All these bugs on the windshield. Tsunami Express takes care of that. No problem. Tsunami Express is the winning drive that your car deserves. Wash, chill, repeat. That is Tsunami Express. That is the experience you'll get. You'll walk away thinking, I better do that unlimited membership like Brad.
I just went, actually.
Yeah, you got a membership too, Kyle.
Yeah, I do have a membership, and I went because I had some dirt in my car, and I had to get some stuff off my car as well. I went literally in and out within 5 minutes.
How's it look now?
Oh, it looks pristine.
Of course it does. Tsunami Express will always make your car look pristine. Check them out all around the Milwaukee area. Find out the one closest to you and go to tsunamiexpress.com for your first car wash. Free, baby. Tsunami Express.
Are you more or less confident in the wide receiver room with Romeo Doubs back? Did we get that poll up, Strofe? Because I don't know if I saw it swing through the ESPN notifications.
It'll be up shortly.
Please do. Will Romeo Doubs set a career high in targets on Sunday? Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
So they are lucky. Those other teams, whether it's Kentucky or whether it's Oregon or was it TCU?
That was TCU.
TCU, they're lucky I didn't play in that game. You got upset by a bad team, TCU.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Northbound 4394, right about at Holt Avenue, we've got a serious accident. We've got the 3 left lanes blocked. 1 lane is open to get through, but it is really backed up all the way into the Mitchell interchange. Southbound, we've got big delays, basically starting from about Locust all the way down through the Marquette, all the way to the accident scene, so be prepared for that. We've also got southbound 43 slowing from before Hampton down to Capitol. Southbound 41, also going to be a slow ride from Appleton Avenue all the way down past Capitol Drive, with the northbound side heavy from Wisconsin Avenue all the way up to Capitol. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Clear skies, low of 51 at the lake, 44 inland tomorrow. Sunny and mild with a high of 70 at the lakefront, 75 inland. Traffic is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Loudon on 94.5 ESPN.
Rest big, lose big. GKB founder and CEO Craig Karmazin finished dead last in our Cover 5 League. And his punishment? 24 hours in a George Webb restaurant. Tune in starting at 11 a.m. Friday to ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube page for Craig's pancake payoff. Will he eat enough to be done before sundown? Or will he be there into the wee hours of the morning? Tune in Friday starting at 11.
Luther Gray is Director of Ticket Operations and Group Sales at the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra. Luther, tell us about the orchestra's mission.
We provide over 135 shows a year, classical concerts, pop concerts, family and educational concerts, and also we do many performances throughout the state as well.
And James Imaging Systems provides their expertise to support the symphony.
Yes, James Imaging is there. It makes it so much easier for us, and they help keep us on schedule.
Luther, it seems that with captivating audiences with acclaimed musical performances, many would like an opportunity to get involved.
That is correct. Attending the concerts is great, giving is great, but the volunteerism is wonderful as well. We need all of that to be a successful, thriving orchestra.
What's the first step people can take to ensure that long-term success?
They can go to our website at mso.org.
That's mso.org. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Kyle Wallace. Right now at Universal Windows Direct, get 0% financing for 60 months, restrictions apply. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to uwd.com to schedule your free in-home estimate.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Whoa! Holiday shopping snuck up on us again! But Fleet Farm's Toyland will be ready to go! We're stocked up on the latest Hot Wheels, Melissa and Doug, Barbie, and Lego! Plus, we've got all sorts of tractors, trucks, and other cool stuff from Ertl, Cat, Case IH, and John Deere! Toyland opens October 12th with a free toy combine for the first 125 customers. Ready or not, the season's best deals on everything you need for under the tree are here at Fleet Farm.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Let's go crazy, crazy, crazy till we see the sun.
IKEA knows the kitchen is the heart of your home. It's where you gather with family after a busy day and enjoy the special times of entertaining friends and family. Look forward to stepping inside the homes of the Nortman and Wallace estates to enjoy their kitchens. And maybe they went to IKEA. With a wide selection of styles, colors, and features, it can help make your kitchen possibilities endless. And now through October 29th, get 10% off your IKEA kitchen and appliance purchases of $5,000 or more. Save on new cabinets, countertops, appliances, and yes, even the kitchen sink. Discover your kitchen inspiration and solutions at IKEA Oak Creek or today at IKEA.com/US. We got a pull-up stroke? Bro. No, bro. That is the third freaking time that we've literally teased going into this segment about the wide receiver room. I even, when we were off the air, verbatim, word for word, told you what to write in the tweet. And where is the tweet? And why aren't you still not typing?
Hey, Benny, I asked you a follow-up question on the poll.
What's the follow-up question?
So the question I'm typing is, will he beat his career high in targets?
And 2 hours ago, you said you would look up how many his career high is.
No, I asked you what his career high was.
And I said you can look it up.
That did happen. That did occur. I do recall
recollecting
hearing his career high. I can maybe ask
No. Don't ask Siri. Don't ask Google.
Hey, speaking of Siri, where the hell are our pizzas?
Oh, yeah, where's my pizza? That's my dinner I have for tonight.
I'm not posting the poll.
You know what?
Give me my pizza.
You know what? I am not doing the show until you post the poll.
No, I'm not doing anything.
All right,
until
now
you
you're
give me my
holding
pizza.
me and Brad hostage.
Don't put the spotlight on us.
Don't y'all take the household y'all grew up in and make it and put it on us.
You guys seem happy to take Benny Pizza's side, who's been promising us pizzas for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
I'll leave the show right now and go get the pizzas.
Oh,
but wait, aren't they like frozen?
Where are they?
You can't bring them down.
Are they in your car?
Guys, I
They
will
better
go
not
get
be
the
in their car.
Where are
They
they?
better not
Just
be
say
in your
where they
car.
are.
I am going to go get the pizzas right now.
Okay, cool. And
Where
in
are
that
they?
time,
If the poll's not up by the time I'm back with the pizzas, Strofe legitimately is in trouble.
Fine, go.
Strofe, so what is the poll that you need to
And
do?
Ben
Get the
has
typing. What are you
left the room.
doing?
Let's wait for him to leave the room. Should I post the poll or not?
Yeah, hell yeah, I want my pizza. What do you mean should you post a poll or not?
If
I
he
want
is
my
holding
pizza.
pizza hostage, then yeah, I would post the poll.
You're wasting time right now.
I think seeing Ben angry
is more valuable than pizza.
You know what? You might be right. He's still going to give us the pizza.
As much as I love Palermo's, don't get me wrong, it's the best frozen pizza out there.
Oh, for sure.
I think seeing Ben upset might be better
You
than
should
frozen
post a
pizza.
different poll.
I do think
you
you're
should
right.
post a different poll. With something like this, like, what do you want to see more? Ben angry or Brad and Kyle get pizza? Or Brad and Kyle,
that's
something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to post. Good job, guys. You keep talking.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can definitely do that. To be honest, Brad, I went upstairs to the bathroom and I have no idea what we were supposed to be talking about this segment, and I legitimately have no idea.
All right.
Okay. Because
it's wide receiver.
golly, boy, what's
Where's
going on?
the
I want my
pizzas?
pizzas.
I got the pizzas.
Where they at?
Why are you guys so confused?
Because I want my
Because
pizza.
I don't see no pizza. I thought they were bringing them
Wait
down
a minute
into.
now. Where are my pizza?
Wait, this is like. Hold on. This is like when you.
One pizza for you.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Pizza for you.
I'll take this.
Say,
this is a new coupon.
I'll actually take this.
Oh,
This
wow.
is-
2025, it says. 2025.
Ben didn't give us an actual pizza. He gave us a coupon
did.
for a free pizza.
Which is good. It's still good for one free pizza, so I'm good with it.
The poll's not even up.
Wow,
The poll is not up.
Wow, Ben from the producer studio now is doing
I'm
this.
not giving you your pizza. Ben angry.
Why are you breathing so heavy, Benjamin? Oh, he gave it to him. He's a sucker.
All right, the poll is in the field. Would you rather see Ben Brust upset or ESPN Kyle W, Brad Nortmanisms, and Alex_Strofe get their Palermo's pizza?
That's worth a retweet right there.
I honestly,
that is
Ben,
worth a retweet.
I wanted to see you upset, but I gladly would take my pizza.
Poll is posted, Ben.
Yeah, I saw it wasn't the poll I wanted.
And we still don't know the answer on Romeo Dobbs.
What do we mean the answer on the? All right, I'm finding this.
You are?
Yes.
What are we supposed
targets. That's targets about Romeo Dobbs.
Okay,
Dobbs.
so but we're gonna talk about confidence in the locker in the room. In the receiver room.
I'll kick it off.
Yeah,
I don't have a
please
lot of
kick it off.
confidence. I do not have a lot of confidence. This is the kind of thing that can totally muddy the water when it comes to the good vibes, the good trust that these guys had together. Because honestly, too, when you think about this, if Jordan Love gives Romeo Dobbs even slightly more targets, they're going to say, well, wait a minute. Romeo Dobbs is thinking about his production, his money. Why don't I start doing that? Why don't I start thinking about my production and my money? Because that is inevitable down the road for all of them. And if they honestly think, well, hold on, how much can I trust Romeo Dobbs? He said it doesn't matter about stats, but the group in total, he clearly doesn't mean that because he wants more for him at cost to me. That's a problem.
I think Rob Demovsky, who joined us earlier on KBN, he said it perfectly. Is that this is a young team, still one of the youngest teams in the NFL, and I believe they are going to be accepting to the fact that people have issues, right? We're talking about a generation of kids that are going to say, hey, we get it. You wanted to get paid. You were upset, but we're going to welcome you back with open arms. There's something that this team doesn't have, and that's a veteran, right? So you don't have a veteran that's going to sit there and snap on them and be, telling other guys like, yeah, this is messed up what he's doing. You're probably going to have people that are going to welcome him back with open arms and be very, very positive, as we heard publicly. I can't wait to hear the press conference that they will have with Romeo Dobbs and see what he says as his locker, right? What were the reasons why he was gone? I'm sure Romeo will be very quiet about it, but he's going to say something that's going to at least get us a little bit of insight. So I am actually confident that this team is going to be okay. Jordan Love's leadership is going to be the thing that's going to be key to this team being okay, because at the end of the day, I believe they all trust and believe in Jordan Love's ability, and Romeo Dobbs just had a moment where he was out of himself because of the frustration around not having, not targets, but just not performing to the level that he expects.
All right, so let me ask you this. Two questions in one, since we'll have two polls in one segment.
You're doing the poll as well?
I told you guys that I would give you a pizza. Does a free Palermo's pizza coupon suffice?
Yeah, for me it does, because it gives me the option. It gives
That's
choice.
what I thought. I thought that would be better than me
pizza,
actually
choice.
bringing
That's
a pizza.
Wow.
No, I was concerned about what it was going to be. There's so many great options that they have at Palermo's, and I didn't want to be stuck with an option that they're all delicious. But I mean, I like meat on my pizza, and veggie, they have the veggie, which is delicious, but I want some meat on mine.
They're all really good. I was really hoping for some Screamin' Sicilian. Those are some of my favorites. So
you can get one with that.
I know it. I know.
I'm getting up stuff
because you could have brought. I mean, they're all good, so who am I to complain? But now I can choose my favorite. So I will say that this coupon right here, that is as good as a pizza in my book. Thank you, Ben Brust, for the free pizza.
And you know what's great about it?
Thank you, Palermo's.
Is that this free pizza also comes with an expiration date not until next June. So I love putting this in my pocket, my backpack, and just thinking one day, like, what am I going to eat for dinner? What am I going to eat for dinner? And I go through my backpack and bow! Palermo's.
Our real poll on Twitter at ESPN Milwaukee. Do you think Romeo Doubs will set a new career high, 13, in targets on Sunday versus Arizona?
Oh, he better not. 13 targets? He better not get 13 targets. I will be so disappointed in Jordan Love if he says, I'm going to force feed you. Like, that would be a horrible message to send to this team. It would be. I would be so upset.
Yeah, Romeo Doubs this year, he was tied for second on the team.
He was second in the team.
He was tied for second on the team with targets, and now
he was close to Dontavian Wicks, which a lot came in the game that Christian Watson got hurt, and they were down against the Vikings in the second half.
So through 4 games, he had about 6-7 targets per game, and so I mean, 13 would be high. That's a significant jump.
High.
That is showing that you're playing into what he really wanted. When again, it's not about what he wants; it's about what's best for the football team. And if it's best for the football team to have him have a lot of targets, then great, feed him the ball. But if it's going out of the game plan just to appease Romeo Doubs, that is not the way to go for this team.
Now, here's what would be hard: if he did set a career record in targets and he cooked. Like, now then I would be like, ooh. Now I don't know how to feel. Because I feel like that would be an incredibly wrong message to send. But maybe he's motivated. Maybe him and Jordan Love hash it out. So then I'd be like, maybe it was a good idea.
Let's go to John in Milwaukee. John, you're up on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Guys, I got a pizza question for Ben here.
Okay.
All right, so this whole pizza coupon thing, is this out of the goodness of your heart or because you just want to take the easy way out?
No, this is out of the goodness of my heart. This is out of the goodness of my heart. What do you mean, If I came with pizzas and they were selected by me, I don't know what y'all's food taste is. I feel like this is a double win. Free pizza and you get to choose.
Can I ask, though? I believe you, but
I only have one. I only have one in my look. I had 5 of those coupons, and I gave 3 of them to y'all losers.
So Brad wasn't even here originally when you promised us the pizza, by the way.
Well, it promised yesterday.
No, it was promised before that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I'm glad I was
I think Brad actually weaseled his way in. He was off when this came up.
He definitely was.
Hey,
you
I'm
just
part of the show.
You
I love
rewarded
pizza.
him for not showing up. See, that's what you just did. You're doing what Romeo Doubs is wanting as well.
I just gave him a target.
Romeo.
You did. Set a record in targets. Ben, what did you do when we texted you? We were all in our group message together. We texted you, I think, 7:03. Said, Ben, pizzas. And I sent a pizza emoji. And then Kyle, you said, like, give me the pizzas.
I'm not going to lie.
What did you do?
I had a panic moment. I had a panic moment because I ran to my drawer that I thought I had these free pizza coupons, and I couldn't find them.
Oh.
And then I was going to have to go to the store, and then thank God I found these coupons because I put them in my backpack, and I never said, you guys should have set Siri, set a reminder to tell Ben to give us our pizzas because I was not going to remember to give you those coupons unless you thought of it right now. Ainsley in Milwaukee, you're up on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I believe with Kyle on the offense, not really worried about that. I think they'll work out their kinks, and all the stats look great from where they're going in, the NFL as far as rankings there. I'm more concerned, and I know I'm the one that called in before about the defense, and I think we're going to be okay. I didn't think the defensive line was going to be the way they are. Stats that I saw yesterday that very concerning. With Lucas Van Ness, 25 edge rushers drafted in 2023, just under 4,000 pass rushes altogether, 454 pressures, 11.4%. Him, 234 for 17 pressures, 40% less than the draft class, 8.2 last year, 5.3 this year. William McDonald, which is kind of what we swapped picks with the Rodgers swap, he's got 3 times as much. I don't know if are we bad at defensive end drafting with Rashawn Gary? I know he got hurt.
All the above, Ainsley. You know what the Jets are? A dumpster fire, but you know what they do a great job of? Is developing defensive talent.
Yeah.
And draft.
Sooner or later, you have to look at the organizational structure, and it seems to be no matter who it is. And again, we're only 5 weeks into the season, but we all know the defensive line's a concern. We've seen the text, we've seen the comments, we've seen everything about this defensive line and their inability to be consistent as it pertains to getting to the quarterback.
I think the most frustrating thing for me with the defensive line is the fact that, and Brad, you alluded to it earlier this week, is that the high-end players that you're paying, like the Rashawn Garys, the Kenny Clark, who Kenny Clark is doing, he's doing fine. He's not a superstar.
Fine isn't good enough.
But that, hey, he's doing
not
okay.
paid for fine.
Lucas Van Ness, Devontae Wyatt was popping a little bit. Preston Smith, the guys that are paid high or who are first-round premium draft picks are playing just as well or worse than a Kingsley Enagbare, a TJ Slayton, like all these guys who are, Carl Brooks, these guys who are just middle of the, road guys are doing the same thing of a guy like a Rashawn Gary. That's where the frustration comes in, because why am I investing all this money? Why am I investing first-round picks into guys that are just subpar, just average? We need game records to win championships, and the Packers do not have that on the defensive line. You see the difference Xavier McKinney has made? He literally gave our offense opportunities last week to win the football game. Our defense is not doing that, and that is what needs to change on the D-line.
Well, and Jeff Hafley might have an interesting decision on his hands, because you look at Kingsley Enagbare versus Rashawn Gary. That's one area of the D-line. Enagbare is outperforming Rashawn Gary. Do you play the hot hand who's like the young, cheap, hungry player but completely unproven? Or do you play Rashawn Gary, the guy that you've invested so much into?
It's a results-based business.
At some point, you got to make the swap and maybe even sit the guy that is eliciting more money from the team, because you got to get some wins.
800-990-3776. If you have any comments or solutions for the defensive line, we will welcome them, as well as answering our poll. Will Romeo Doubs set a new career high in targets after his outburst with the Green Bay Packers? 800-990-3776. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with you till 5 o'clock. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
We've called him Whitey Tighties. We've called him the Hall Monitor. He's Jesse Nelson. Like, he's just, I'm Jesse Nelson. Kyle, you're Jesse Nelson.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Northbound 4394 still dealing with this accident at Holt Avenue with the 3 left lanes blocked. Only 1 lane of traffic is getting through in the far right. Delays from before the airport spur all the way through the Mitchell interchange up to the accident scene. We've also got southbound 43 backing up quite heavily from Locust all the way down through the Marquette down to the accident scene there. Westbound 94 seeing delays from 25th Street all the way to about Mitchell Boulevard. On the eastbound side, got backups from Highway 164 past Barker Road, almost to Brookfield Road. And then again from 84th Street all the way through the Stadium interchange to about 35th. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, clear skies, low of 51 at the lake, 44 inland. Tomorrow, sunny and mild, high of 70 at the lakefront, 75 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
I'm Rick.
I'm Sarah. And I'm Monica.
We're hoping to meet you in Kenosha, where I-94 meets Highway 50.
On the southwest corner, you'll see a brand new building, and it's huge.
Kessler's Diamonds is known throughout the Midwest for our amazing selection of engagement rings.
The sparkle of our diamonds, our lifetime trade-up policy on natural diamond stud earrings,
The construction of our diamond tennis bracelets,
our incredibly customer-friendly pricing, and the strongest jewelry warranty in the entire world.
She's not making that up. We're famous for our warranty.
Read it to them, Rick.
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed. It's just that simple. Even if you lose a diamond, including the center stone, we'll replace it. All maintenance is free forever. Yes, it really is that miraculous.
Kessler's is 100% employee owned.
Walk through our doors and you'll be greeted by one of the owners.
And we can do whatever it takes to make you happy.
Kessler's Diamonds is at the southwest corner of I-94 and Highway 50 in Kenosha. Come see us.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sports book, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
Milwaukee College Prep, dedicated to closing the opportunity gap for children in Milwaukee, redefining what's educationally possible so more children can pursue their dreams. Join me, Good Karma Brand's founder CEO Craig Karmazin, and Milwaukee College Prep Thursday, October 17th, and take a stand in closing the opportunity gap for Milwaukee scholars. Your support means quality education accessible to over 2,000 scholars in Milwaukee's most challenged communities. Milwaukee College Prep is closing the opportunity gap. To learn more and purchase tickets, go to MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com and click support.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. To book your next tee time, call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com. Enjoy golf. Enjoy the Bog.
Guys, let's be honest. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek on Howell Road, just south of Buttes Road. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week, even Sundays. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
And it's that joint pain. And this message right here is to tell you you don't have to live with that any longer. With QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is giving you back your life pain. They already have with tens of thousands of satisfied customers. With your hips, your knees, your shoulders, or your back, they're giving you a long-term solution to finally get rid of that joint pain so you can live the life that you want to live. Those daily doses of medication, those are just Band-Aids for the pain. You need long-lasting relief like what QC Kinetics gives. I've been there, seen it with my own eyes. I've been through the consultation. I've been through the diagnosis. They're going to help you with a personalized regimen to get back to the life you want to live. I'm talking about plasma and platelets and stem cells and tissue regeneration. There are so many things in QC Kinetics' playbook to finally get rid of that joint pain and be able to get you back to where you want to be with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. They are indeed the nation's leader in cellular therapies, and they are pioneering this area to give people the mobility and the pain-free life that you deserve. There are new locations in Greenfield and Mequon. QC Kinetics is all over southeastern Wisconsin, and they're ready to take on your free consultation. Just give them a call today at 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Rob chimes in with a D-line fix since I opened it up to suggestions. 800-990-3776. Find a way to clone Prime Reggie White, Santana Dotson, and Sean Jones.
Oh, that sounds nice. That sounds like a nice D-line right there.
Sounds a little unethical. Cloning.
Wouldn't you want that though?
Give me your four favorite. Give me four guys that if you could have on the team right now in their prime as
former
Green Bay
Packers. Ooh, I like
former
that.
Packers. Four guys. Former Packers. Charles Woodson. Reggie
on the defensive line.
Oh.
We're trying to fix that.
Oh, on the defensive line. You know what? Give me Reggie White. Obviously, give me KBG. I feel like KBG in this time in this league, he could rush off the edge. Give me.
You don't want Peppers?
Oh yeah, give me Julius as well. He wasn't like he was good with the Packers. We wasn't prime like that. You know who was underrated? Ryan Pickett. Big Ryan Pickett in the middle helping us stop the run.
What about BJ? It's Ryan Pickett's birthday.
Happy birthday. He's like, what, 40-something now?
Gotta be.
No, not
800-990-3776. Recreate the best Packers defensive line using anybody from the Green Bay Packers history.
I got mine. Reggie White, of course. That's going to be your D end. Working your way across, give me Gilbert Brown. Gilbert Brown.
Gravedigger.
Just the gravedigger.
Keep your hands off me, Kyle.
Big old dude in the middle.
Tell me that.
BJ Raji, of course.
Take BJ over my boy Ryan Pickett.
I would take BJ Raji. Clay Matthews.
Clay's not a defensive lineman.
Can he
He's
put his
outside
hand in the
linebacker.
dirt?
No.
Okay, then I'll then give me Aaron Campman.
Aaron Campman, yeah.
Give me Aaron Campman then.
Beef Ramington, Chuck Cecil.
Beef Ramington.
Yeah, you
Had it
got
right
me
the
with
first
that
time.
one.
Nailed it.
Who is that?
I'm not gonna act like I know. Beef Remington.
Chuck Cecil?
Am I getting duped right now?
Beef
You must
Wellington.
be. Who? Beef. You said Beef Ramington. That has to be. Be careful what you Google now.
Well, the company's going to find out.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like
nah,
you
he's
got
a real
Aaron
person.
Rodgers. You got Aaron Rodgers.
He's just old. He's 59 years old.
Somebody's name is Beef Ramington?
No, Chuck Cecil.
Oh.
It's Cecil.
I'm gonna say it's a Cecil.
Homer, you know
who Beef Remington is?
Homer, jump in here. Build a defensive line for the Green Bay Packers with all that history in your noggin.
Oh, yeah.
Just what they had when they won the Super Bowl.
Which
Sean
one?
Jones, Brown. So you had Reggie
and
White,
Santana.
Sean Jones, Santana Dotson, Gilbert Brown. Next.
You wouldn't replace anyone else in there from any other time in
I mean,
history?
until the Lombardi era, like Willie Davis is one of the greatest players ever.
Oh my
So
gosh,
other than that-
they get rolled over by these offensive linemen.
That's just the stupidest thing anyone.
No,
can
it's
say.
not.
Like
we all know you can't compare eras
you
for
can.
a reason.
You can compare eras for a reason. If they
He was
were
probably
born-
270
No, if they had been born 20 years later, they would have been every bit as dominant as they were then. Their bodies wouldn't have been the same. But still,
that's a big component.
Jim Brown would kick butt today. Now, he's the exception to the rule.
Yeah,
Jim Brown whoop everybody's butt today. He might have whooped them if he was still alive at 80.
Jim Brown, O.J. Simpson. I think they all would be good nowadays.
Yeah,
good or great?
No, they both would be great. They both be great. They both be great. The run backs we have now in the NFL.
So why do we do this in the NBA where you can't compare eras? And now we're bringing people from 30 and 40 years back and saying they'd be just as good in a faster, more physical game.
We're talking about elites. Michael Jordan kicked butt today.
He would.
He would.
He'll be even
So
better
we're
today.
talking
There are
about
some guys
the
that
elite
would, but not
of the
everybody.
What you mean? I'd be saying live every time he takes a two-pointer. Nice little mid-range jump shot. Live. DeMar DeRozan does it all day. He don't win anything.
Yeah, DeMar DeRozan ain't MJ.
You're saying MJ wouldn't take more threes nowadays?
He might take more, but he'll still shoot 32%.
Oh, he would be fine. Don't you talk about MJ?
No.
Yeah, I think he would develop his
you
game.
have lost your mind.
I have not lost my mind. You can't compare eras for a reason.
Don't you?
That's very true.
You can't compare eras.
But Homer,
Sure you can.
Homer. So you mean to tell me you wouldn't take a guy like
So
I say
Bob
Ryan
Cousy,
Pickett.
he be killing it nowadays too with that little funky,
that's-
hook
no,
shot.
No, Bob Cousy would not. I mean, you have to pick someone whose physical ability was insanely elite at that time. Another one, Bo Jackson.
Oh yeah,
Bo Jackson would kick him butt today.
Unreal.
You think
There aren't
Wilt would
many of them.
dominate in this game now?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Really?
Wilt bench pressed 500 pounds when he was like 55 years old.
Could Wilt
Did he
Wilt
really?
shoot a
Wilt,
three?
you look at Wilt Chamberlain, arguably the greatest athlete who ever lived. All the different things he did in track and field.
But
like,
the average height of the NBA was like 6'6" when he played. He was like 7'2".
No, there were tall guys. He played against Bill Russell.
Giannis would pin his bleep into the backboard.
Giannis would. Giannis
Wilt would stand no chance in today's NBA.
Giannis cannot do physically.
You know how Wilt was holding
Giannis
up
would
100.
dominate.
What?
You might have to delete a 0 because his career high would be 10 nowadays.
Giannis
wow.
would dominate back in the day. Absolutely, he's a force to be reckoned with.
You
These
have
guys
no.
now.
Just read about Wilt Chamberlain.
Hold on, I
You
gotta
go. He was young.
If you got to read about somebody, that means they wouldn't be good today.
no,
I'm not
that
saying
means
he
you're
would-
young and you don't know anything about it.
Could Wilt shoot the deep two ball back in the day?
No,
Oh, well, he wouldn't last. Now.
sure he could.
He wouldn't last. If he can't-
Brooke
if he can't
Lopez
shoot-
changed an entire game to fit in today's NBA.
I mean, let's face it about Giannis. What's special about Giannis is what Wilt did. He just goes to the basket and dunks.
So Wilt was as good an athlete as Giannis.
Better.
Would Bart Starr be able to play quarterback nowadays?
Yes.
Hell no!
If Wilt was
Hell
so good,
no!
Stop it.
Bart
Stop
Starr
it.
would be worse than
Look
Nathan
at the
Peterman.
physical. I'm not talking about basketball. You look at the physical attributes.
I ain't never
Giannis
seen
can't
Wilt.
do.
I seen Wilt back up and hook. I ain't seen Wilt drive down the lane and put his stuff in somebody's face and dunk on him. I ain't seen that one.
They blocked the ball so hard it would come right back in his face.
This isn't even a basketball. I could probably list. You give him to Giannis. Say Homer lists 10 athletic feats you could not do, and that man played 60 years ago. Running, how fast you can run a quarter mile, all the different athletic skills. What?
You think there's 10 athletic abilities that Wilt could do that Giannis
Wilt
can't?
did that Giannis cannot match. Look up Wilt Chamberlain.
On a basketball
You're
court?
high.
No.
I mean, Giannis is he's a freak. Him, LeBron are kind of freaks.
You're
freaks.
You do believe what you're saying?
Yes, look up the things that Wilt Chamberlain, and I'm not talking basketball, I'm talking about other stuff.
I'm still just, so you don't think there's anybody from this not modern, but more recent for the Green Bay Packers, whether it's an Aaron Campman or a KBG or a BJ Raji or Ryan Pickett from the defensive line that you would take?
Against those players, no, not a one.
Was Gilbert that good?
Yes, Gilbert was
I know
that
Gilbert
good.
ate up space, but I just recall Gilbert just being a fat boy in the middle and everybody else ate.
He
Reggie
wasn't
White
going
ate.
against 6'7" and 6'4", 320-pound centers and guards. Brian Balaga would eat his lunch.
Yeah, he probably even more athletic now. But I'm just saying, I'm curious out of Gilbert because I was a kid.
They would have some of these have to be tall tales from Wilt
I know,
Chamberlain.
you can't believe it, can you?
There's somebody that says Wilt used to work at a hotel as a bellhop and sometimes would pull up with flat tires and had no jack. And he would lift the car up and be used as a human car jack.
Dude, he was a world-class
That
high
can't
jumper.
be real.
Yes.
That
Come
can't
on,
be
Jim
real.
McIlvaine. McIlvaine said one of the greatest attributes of Chamberlain was like driving. He would like drive, I don't know, cross country without sleeping or something. I don't know. Maybe he was taking something on the side, but he was an amazing engine driver. I don't know. With Wilt, you didn't know.
Wilt
I'm
was a
talking about athletic
partier.
things. He was
Lifting cars? You're outside your damn mind.
It was crazy.
He ran the 400, the meter. I mean, it just. Yeah, I'm saying I will list. I'm going to make a list of athletic things that Giannis
So you
cannot
think Babe
do.
Ruth would have been able
Can
to
you make that
hit
list
pitching
during the break?
nowadays?
Yeah, but he wouldn't have been.
Can you make that list during the break?
No, I got to look up the thing.
See,
I got.
Yeah, he's gonna go to all. He's gonna go to the Onion.
There's another thing in here. These are tall tales. This is like Paul Bunyan. He says that basically he lifted up two. I'm not going to say the words they use. He lifted up two dudes by their shirts at the same time, and they were 200 pounds each. That can't happen. You can't do that.
The shirt
Look
would
up
rip.
The one where he bench pressed 560 pounds at the age of 50.
Did you see this?
Six or something?
Did you see a video of this?
No, these are all.
These
this-
are
this
the
is a
tall
story.
tales I'm
So
looking
when he
at.
More
was
old
56,
wives'
that was in, like,
tales
the
with
80s.
Homer.
Somebody
No, it was
watched
56
it.
in, like,
More
2000.
old wives' tales with Homer coming up next. I got to talk about the Princeton Club because you got to check out the new Berlin Center. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. The indoor-outdoor pool, indoor-outdoor tennis courts, basketball courts. You name it, they have it. Clean health clubs, open 24/7, childcare with the membership. Go get your membership, and you will find your better tomorrow. I'm telling you, beat all of those New Year's resolution people to the Princeton Club. You want to get in there earlier so you find your rhythm, and then you're going to never want to leave for a better tomorrow. Homer continues to join us next with some stupid knowledge.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I think it's clear.
Yeah, and if Doc replicates what Booty did last year, or all, I'm saying
Come
it.
on, guys! His name is Coach Bud!
If he replicates
Coach Booty!
what Coach Bud
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Greg Matzek, Gary Ellerson, the day after reaction show you need in your life.
This offense, Matt LaFleur's side of the ball, dragged this whole team through where they are right now.
It's Potawatomi Sportsbook Football Mondays with Greg and Gary.
The defense got hot at the right time. That might be what we're seeing here with the Packers defense as well.
Live from the Potawatomi Sportsbook Studios from 6 to 8 p.m. every Monday on 94.5 ESPN.
The Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra has document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems. Director of Ticket Operations and Group Sales, Luther Gray.
James Imaging has been a wonderful partnership with the Milwaukee Symphony and just great to work with.
In what ways?
If an issue does arise, they're very prompt, polite, and professional. It makes me feel empowered because I find it very easy to resolve something.
Luther James Imaging Systems is a local business technology company that stands with their clients over the long term.
Yes, before before, during, and after the sale, James Imaging is there, and they are making sure you get the full value in life of every product that you have with them.
Luther, any advice for others looking for a long-term business technology partnership?
I would tell them that James Imaging is the way to go.
Start your business technology partnership with James Imaging Systems today. It's easy to do. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Are you looking for a reliable ride? I've got you covered. It's ESPN Milwaukee's Jen Latta. I use AccuTrans Group for my private transportation needs during the college football season. AccuTrans is a veteran-owned business dedicated to providing unmatched corporate, personal, and event-related transportation that you will use again and again. From corporate travel and weddings to group events, AccuTrans Group caters to every occasion. Booking is easy, safe, and dependable. Visit AccuTransGroup.com to get a quote or to book a reservation today for reliable and safe transportation.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields. At Fields, we have a great selection of Range Rovers, Defenders, and Discoveries. Every model in stock, priced right, and ready for delivery. Stop by or visit online.
Plus, you'll become a member of the Fields Amenities Program with complimentary loaners, car washes, and gourmet coffee service, all at no charge. Integrity and customer satisfaction will always be the force that drives our business. To put it simply, Fields matters because you matter. At Land Rover Waukesha. Go to LandRoverWaukesha.com.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. In 1995, Tito Beveridge built his very own distillery and put his life savings into it. Since then, he's won the unanimous Judge's Choice Double Gold Medal at the World Spirits Competition, the Chairman's Trophy for World's Best Vodka Tonic, and many others. Tito's Handmade Vodka is still made on the same land where he started it, all in Austin, Texas. Distilled from corn and gluten-free. Visit us at Tito'sVodka.com for recipes, videos, and more. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Football season is off and running. Don't miss out on the exciting game day experience this season in Green Bay. Ticket King is the place for green and gold tickets. With offices in Milwaukee and Green Bay, Ticket King is your local and most trusted source to buy Green Bay tickets. Experience Green Bay football this season by visiting theticketking.com or call 414-273-6007. Reach out now for available tickets to Sunday's game against Arizona. Follow Ticket King on Facebook and Instagram. The place to get tickets is theticketking.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Radio legend.
I don't care. I wanted to talk to Brent Musburger. That was for my own personal benefit. I hope other people enjoyed it, but I wish I was Brent Musburger. How about that?
Voice of Marquette basketball.
Joplin to the basket.
Oh, wow.
He dunks it. Hammer time.
And owner of the most famous catchphrase, at least in this building.
Oh, baby, that's sweet.
It's time for Uncle Homer on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Presented by Robert Hack Diamonds. Visit them at their Greenfield or Brookfield locations or online at roberthackdiamonds.com.
Oh, Homer's joining us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, brought to you by Robert Hack Diamonds. And if you want to get a diamond, you know where to go. It's Robert Hack Diamonds. They offer a huge collection of lab-grown and real diamonds, and they sell them at ridiculous prices. How about a 2-carat total weight diamond studs for just under $1,000? They got you there. I got my diamond wedding ring from Robert Hack, working with Leslie. Leslie made it amazing. My fiance still loves it. And if you're going to buy a diamond, I'm telling you, call around, shop around. You're not going to find a better price. Just make sure you go back and visit Robert Hack. Visit them at roberthack.com or visit them in their Brookfield or Greenfield location. Any other wives' tales that you want to lie to us about?
It's all track. A lot of it is track and field. I want to give all the things. You run a quarter mile and
wives'
half mile.
tales.
And
Wives' tales?
I thought it was wise tales.
It's
but
not wives' tales.
It's not.
It's wise tales.
It's not wives' tales.
I thought it was wives' tales, too.
I thought it was wives' tales for my entire life.
Wives' tales?
And it's wives' tales.
I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know.
As someone looks
That's why I
that
didn't
up,
call you out on it.
let me tell you some of the things that I found that were alleged. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wives' tales. I thought it was wives' tales forever, Strofe. Just trust me.
Old wives' tales, yeah.
I wonder what the origin of that is. But Arnold
Lies telling
Schwarzenegger said
lies.
that
A traditional belief not based on fact. That's what Homer's here for.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Arnold Schwarzenegger said he would lift with Wilt Chamberlain as he was filming Conan the Destroyer.
Here we go.
And he said that Wilt Chamberlain would do tricep extensions with a 180 pounds. That's ridiculous.
I know. No. Tell me
somebody
more.
said
A wives' tale.
Somebody said that he dunked a ball so hard that the ball went through the hoop, through the net, landed on some guy's foot, and broke the foot.
Get the hell out of here.
No way
This is
that's
the
true.
stupidest crap I've ever heard.
These are ridiculous. Somebody said that he was outside.
I love this. Somebody said this isn't source. This is a.
Wait a minute. Like, he starts with a professional weightlifter and everything. It wasn't made up, he said, right?
After
the former governor of the state of California?
Yeah, he alive.
After he retired, he was hanging out outside of Madison Square Garden. 4 guys were trying to lift a dolly into an elevator, and it, for whatever reason, it didn't roll in there. And he said he lifted it up on his own, 600 pounds. A 600-pound dolly. You can't believe this stuff. He's Paul Bunyan.
I'm watching him run right now.
He's Hercules.
Ain't no way. Listen, I'm just the way
Did you pull up the YouTube?
Yeah, I watched the YouTube. Look at this Homer. The way he's jumped. I mean, like, he's a great athlete, but Homer, come on now. If this is
Giannis would destroy Wilt Chamberlain.
Look at
the
this.
jump ball. Let me see.
Homer's not even looking.
I don't have to. I lived it. I don't
Homer,
have to
look at him run.
it.
Look at
He
him
runs slower than Kyle.
He's like bounding.
Come on now, that ain't athletic. That ain't a freight train.
Right. Again, there it is, Will, over the like.
He high jumped the wrong way. He did body first.
Hold on.
John Anderson can do better than that.
John Anderson can jump higher than Wilt Chamberlain.
All I'm saying is I'll get you the numbers. You hand them to Giannis, he can't do any of them. These are numbers that have been documented.
Who's got the sound on their computers?
I thought it was Kyle, too.
No, I'll make the list. I'll get it. They will be factual things.
You know, and the
just like
best
what
part,
Arnold
the best part
Schwarzenegger
is
said.
He's skin and bones. He's skin and bones.
See, it's the strength things
That's
I don't
the
understand.
amazing thing about it.
He might be strong, but he ain't that strong, Homer. I mean, he moving.
Well, I'm just talking about as strong as he was, like how fast he was. I don't think Giannis can match him in the quarter mile. I don't think Giannis can match him in the half. I don't think Giannis can match in the lifting things that they talk
The
about.
lifting things are something of
That
like.
boy was tall at 11.
What is that noise?
That's Homer's phone.
No, it isn't. Yeah, it is.
Old man with phone. Now,
No. I thought I had the silent mode
Ben,
on.
is that the
That's why.
phone you sold him?
No, I did
you
sell
sold-
Homer
you
a bad
sold-
phone once.
Wait a minute.
No, I didn't think I sell it to him. I think I gave it to
Homer,
him for free.
could he dance better than any dancer in the world?
Time out. Shut
have
up
no
for a
idea.
second. Give me a list of the 10
I
things
will.
that Wilt Chamberlain can do better than Giannis.
Yes.
And I will present that to Thanasis Antetokounmpo to get a reaction.
Wait, should I get Wilt's brother? No, I don't want it from Thanasis.
I will tell
want
Thanasis
Giannis.
I want Giannis's opinion on
I want Giannis.
this.
No, I just want him to do it. Do it.
He
Just here
can't
they
do
are.
it.
What, he
He's
can't
under
run a quarter
contract.
mile?
What if he pulls a hammy? The season's over.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The way Wilt was running was embarrassing.
Look at his. He was a world class athlete.
I think you're misremembering him.
I'll bring up facts. And you want facts? I'll bring them, and then you give them to Giannis. I believe there are 10. No, maybe 9 because he can't do the Wilt bench
give
pressing
them
at
to
600
Giannis.
pounds at 58.
I will. I'll get him to Giannis.
Yeah. Look, you bring Giannis.